morning, good evening, and welcome to Science and Sorcery, the show where science communicators play Dungeons and Dragons to raise money for charity. I am your Dungeon Master, and tonight we continue Witness to Ruin, Episode 5. We're going to pick up at an interesting moment. We'll get to a recap in just a second. First, a couple of quick announcements. This month, we are raising money for Lymphoma Action, UK's only charity dedicated to supporting people affected by lymphoma. And to encourage you to donate, for any donation above £5 or equivalent in your own currency, £5,
That was 10.
One hand. Maybe one of these hands isn't mine, Sam. You don't know.
It was just in a currency that is exactly half a pound.
Yeah, exactly. For £5 or equivalent in your own currency, send proof of that donation to the Science and Sorcery Twitter account, and you will be entered into a giveaway to win a fantastic Science and Sorcery t-shirts. We've got great designs. We've got our logo. You could also get a totally normal human shirt, a level 20 lesbian shirt, an interdimensional fuckboy shirt. Let's see. I don't think we've got the we don't have the gun shirt yet, but we're gonna have to get that one up, Alex. So I have one that Sam, something that relates to Sam. Yes.
I see. I was trying to remember what that meant.
Sam still isn't allowed to be near guns, for everyone's safety.
Yeah.
Mostly
and,
his own.
and Real Sick Pig will be coming.
And Real Sick Pig is also in the works. This is true. Alex has.
I was going to ask when that's dropping.
Yeah.
I need to just get around polishing it.
Yeah, Alex is very busy as always. And if you want to help make Alex's life easier, support us on Patreon. I don't plug it all the time, so I'm gonna do it now. We'd love to be able to pay Alex for art.
I'd love to be paid.
Or Sam for producing, or the Khalil and Rachel for being here once a week, or me for coming up with pretzel dips. So support us on Patreon, patreon.com/science and sorcery. Starts at £5 and up, and I will actually start posting things there again very shortly. Our charity one-shot this month is Search for the Sausage Dragon. Next week, Friday, the 21st of April. It's going to be really fun. Sam and I will be playing with two fantastic guests and a brilliant guest DM, so we hope to see you there. Now, without further ado, last session, the party set off on their journey up the Trammel Cliffs on their way to the Citadel to complete their task for the High Priestess. And everything was going just fine. They encountered some other travelers. Muck jumped into a bush for unclear reasons. But it was very uneventful until they encountered some lovely, peaceful maple trees that then promptly tried to murder them. After narrowly escaping with their lives, the party realized that someone had spent an inordinate amount of money to waylay them by animating the local plant life. And after Nimbo communicated with one of his gods, the god of nature, discovered that this really did seem to be a threat directed at them. So perhaps a bit more warily, they continued on. Nimbo found some gold, helped by some friendly crows, and they made it into town. And it was a good thing they found gold, because they ended up settling in at the Skilled Lute, one of the local inns in the town of Siren. Owned by the mayor, run by his three very attractive tiefling children, who were promptly flirted with. Muck danced, Em made a guy smell like he peed his pants, and then deciding that there was better fun to be had elsewhere, Blirta and Muck raced off to the other inn in town, the Dead Mice Bar. And as Nimbo and Em checked into the rooms at the Skilled Lute, following behind, Blirta and Muck arrived, bought some squid ink, Fantasy Sambuca, and then spoke to a person named The Brick to purchase drugs. What? Everything alright there, Sam? Okay. We pick back up as Muck and Blirta, having both taken a gulp of something called Dreamer's Fancy, collapse unconscious on the ground. Em and Nimbo entering the Dead Mice bar to see two very bemused bartenders staring down at their unconscious friends while a hunched figure sits at a table next to them, seemingly watching an arm wrestling match. But first, we see nothing but the void. Muck, Blirta. The last thing you remember is drinking this strange, shimmering liquid, and you're trying to determine what the taste of it is. And you notice that everything around you has faded away. You are in an empty blackness. But you see each other.
Hey,
Hey,
this is cool.
I don't remember how we got here. We were in the bar, then we are here now.
Yeah, I think it might have been that shot that we did after the shot that we maybe shouldn't have done with the shot. You remember, right?
I mean, maybe I'm just trying to black it out a bit. It's
This would be the place for it.
this is true.
We're not in your little box, are we? Is this where you go to nap?
No, that's a lot cozier. It has pillows.
Cool.
Is
Do you think
there?
we're dead?
I mean, I feel like there would be more people here if we were dead.
I guess. Unless we're in purgatory.
We're in special, like, the special hell for people who die of this particular combo of drugs, which would be a bit harsh,
Yeah.
a concept.
Indeed. Nah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of trying not to panic, keeping it chill.
Also, like, how are we talking to each other if, like, because that's not a normal thing people do when they're unconscious.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but we did share a vial. Maybe it's like a special brain share vial. That
That's
does. Where's my accent going there?
It's the
It's the
void,
dreamer's
man. It's the
fancy.
void.
Okay.
So what are we doing? Are we chilling in here or are we going to try and get out?
Let's see what I got. I throw a dagger just into the void to see what.
As you reach down, you see the daggers that you would normally have on you. It sort of forms out of darkness. Your possessions don't seem to be on you, but as you think of the concept of the dagger, it appears in your hand, and you throw it, and it just keeps going.
Well,
I mean, infinite dagger throw is pretty sick.
Muck does like a somersault in the void.
Yeah?
Is it
You
like
do.
0G? Am I just... Oh, that's so cool.
It's not 0G. Like, there's nothing solid you're standing on, but as you imagine yourself doing the somersault, you do, like, the best somersault you've ever done.
I love this drug.
So are we floating or are we standing on something?
You're kind of standing, but if you imagined yourself sinking further down, you would.
Okay, I want to try something, so I'm gonna
Mhm.
just fire an eldritch blast directly down to like launch me up like a rocket.
And you do.
Ooh.
You're gonna keep going until you basically think, I want to stop now.
Can I try to do like? I imagine myself doing like a superhero landing.
Absolutely.
Muck also does an eldritch blast.
And you know what, Muck? You've never had an aptitude for magic, but you mimic Blirta, and this magic shoots out of your hands.
Woohoo!
You also do an Eldritch Blast.
Wait. Does that mean I can do a somersault too?
Yes, you can!
Oh, this place is pretty great, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not leaving.
You've got 16 minutes. Blirta's got 14.
Nice.
Okay. Like, but we don't know that, so.
You
Yeah.
don't know that. No, this was for DM purposes.
Okay. Well, what's the thing? I just try and create a pony out of the void.
Beautiful pony appears in front of you.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna ride the pony, and the pony's gonna like jump 60 foot in the air.
Yep, pony does that. Muck,
do
what
a
are you doing?
I would like to raise an army
Okay.
of people. No, not of
Yes.
people. Of like, you know when they have like those battle dummies and they're like scarecrows with like arms sticking out, and I just want to be like slashing them down, like trying out all my moves,
Yep.
just going for it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Blirta, you're jumping around on this pony. Muck, you're fighting dummies left, right, and center. They disappear. They just reappear right as you like slash them into pieces until you get sick of it. You have this world to shape as you wish.
Okay.
Whatever
okay,
you imagine happening, happens.
Okay. I'm gonna summon like a massive ass dragon, and then we just beat it up together on my flying pony.
Sure. And while Blirta and Muck are fighting pretend dragons and scarecrow armies, Em, Nimbo,
No,
you're in
do,
this dark, cramped bar.
do we
Blirta and Muck are unconscious on the floor.
so we see them just right in front of us?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is anyone like either taking care or taking advantage of them?
No, so there's the table next to them. There's 3 people sat around it. 2 of them are arm wrestling. There's the hulking cloaked figure, who's also sat at that table. And then there's the 2 bartenders who are both leaning over, like, oh, that's cute. I
I
remember
think
when we first did Dreamer's Fancy, yeah. It's a good time. Hi, loves, what can I get you?
so I think as soon as I walk in and see this, without waiting for kind of them to turn to me, I immediately will cast Shillelagh on my mace and say,
Yep.
"What have you done with them? What have you done with my friends?"
Ooh.
Aww.
Oh, there's more of them. Oh, I love kids. They're fine. They'll be back up in a few minutes.
What's wrong with
They,
them? Why are they on the floor? That
Nothing. They're just having a good
Blirta
time.
would never sleep on something this uncomfortable.
Oh no. Interesting name. They're not sleeping. They're just they bought some stuff off the brick and just having some fun. Yeah, honey, drugs.
Oh yeah, cool. I totally down with all of that stuff. I mean,
Hey,
some
can
of-
you put the club away, please?
Oh,
This
sorry.
is a respectable establishment.
sorry, I better safe than sorry.
Of course.
Of course, this is totally normal. Some of the
Yep.
incenses where I used to live, very, very heady. So I totally understand.
He's religious. Whisper, like fake whispers to the other bartender.
Observant. Yeah, I turn to Em and I say, "They're observant."
You hear back in your head going, so it doesn't seem like they're in any immediate danger.
Are we
Yeah.
moving at all, or are we just out?
Nope.
cold?
You're just out cold.
I'm just gonna, and I'll put them both in the recovery position.
There's
Prop
not a
one
lot
of
of
their.
space on the floor. They're like kind of lying on top of each other. But you kind of have to maneuver one of them sort of like half under the table. This is not a very big place, and it's kind of packed.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
well, they don't seem to be too bothered by these two that are taking up floor space. We could just
Happens all the time.
we could just wait and get a drink.
Yeah, sure. As long as it's not what they had.
No, well, it sounds like they bought it from this brick fellow, which doesn't sound like an official part of the establishment. So if we stick to
He's
the
like
bar,
he's like a weird cousin. Aren't you,
Oh
Brick?
yeah, I've got loads of those. Yeah.
The hulking figure just sort of like shrugs.
oh, it's
All right. Well, they did also have drinks. They had some squid ink, which is cheap. Get you fucked up quick. What would you two like?
Like I said, I'll probably go for something that they didn't have.
Ale?
What? That seems like a sensible drink for, waiting for your friends to stop being passed out.
Oh no, then you want vodka.
Sure, yeah. I've drunk loads of vodka in the past. I'll have an ale and a vodka, please.
All right. And for you?
yeah. Looks around everyone. I'll take the same.
All right.
I'll get these.
The elven bartender starts pouring out drinks for you. The other one has been completely uninterested. This ginger tabaxi who's just leaning on the bar waiting for something interesting to happen, whatever that might be.
Well,
Not passed out teenagers.
I point at Mark and I'm like, well, when this one wakes up, she's an excellent dancer.
We don't really have the space for that, but good to know.
Oh, she's proven once before that that's no problem.
One of those types, I get it.
Obstacles are no obstacle. She's
Puts 2 mugs of ale out in front of you, 2 shots of vodka next to them. All right, that'll be for the lot of it. I like you kids. 8 coppers. Getting the discount.
I will slide over 10 copper.
So 1 silver.
No, 10 copper. Like in
10
coppers.
copper. Okay.
Like a teenager,
I'm like-
proper
like,
teenager.
Ting, 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 ting.
Well, I don't know where you're from, but they definitely taught you good manners. All right, I'm gonna leave you with Sarabella. You'd go grab some of these empties. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Walks out.
So I'm gonna kind of stand over our friends, like like those wet floor signs.
Yeah.
But
You have to move aside as the elf passes you.
Oh yeah,
They're they're right next to the bar, on the way in further into the inn.
And I'm 7 foot tall, standing in the middle of a crowded, tiny dive bar, just kind of swaying like a tree in the breeze to let people pass, and also with my huge hands. And I've got like a tiny little shot glass in one hand, and the other hand is a pint glass that looks kind of like a tumbler in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm sipping both.
And I'll hold up mine and go, well, I guess this is potatoes, and to just down the whole thing.
All
Oh,
right.
we're doing that. Okay. Oh, wait for me.
All right, as you're taking your shots, you hear one of the other patrons in the bar at the second table, a bit further down, yell out, "Oi, Mog! Some more drinks, please!"
I turn to Em. Is that racist?
My hackles raise.
At this point, the tabaxi goes, "Hey, kid, cool it." Points at the elf. That's Moggy.
It's a name.
So
Okay. Cool, just checking.
They wouldn't use that kind of language while I'm around.
That's good to know. It's important to foster well, I was going to say safe, but like an inclusive environment. So what do you lot do for fun round here? We were told that the dead mice was a good time.
Well, the patrons like to guess what's in the mystery stew.
We've already eaten.
Hmm.
Yeah, but today's not good. Think it's mice actually today,
3 dead ones.
at least. Well, and but you could always arm wrestle. Big Stew's always looking to take on challengers.
I thought you said the stew wasn't good today.
Perfect time to wrestle him.
At this, the tabaxi smiles. For the first time, the expression changes from like utter boredom. And well, if you beat Big Stew, you can try to take on Evangeline, and you beat her. You can always challenge Steroid Jim, but we don't call him Steroid Jim for no reason.
Is it because he goes to the gym a lot?
I had to unmute my cackling, sorry.
I did that purely for the look on Dagmar's face.
That's the same look that the tabaxi gives you.
Well,
And,
guess when in wait. So what's a fantasy equivalent of Rome?
hold on.
When in Liz Hold?
It would actually be Corvain, which is a neighboring kingdom's capital.
Well, you know what they say. When in Corvain, do as the corfish do.
Wasn't built in a day.
Exactly. It was arm wrestled in an evening.
I think
So
You
I'm
can
gonna,
also play. You're gonna go arm wrestling because you can also. There's also a couple people playing dice at the other table that you can
I'm
join.
not a big gambler myself.
All right.
You fancy any of these games?
Well, first of all, I was going to say that I feel like we've just come up with a brand new idiom, and that's perhaps my favorite part of the journey so far. Arm wrestling sounds good, though.
Sweet. Alright, should we give that a go?
Yeah, I've gambled already this evening, and yeah, don't want to lose
These
out on
two,
more.
the dice players seem to be playing a different game than the one that was being played in the fancy place.
Would I recognize the game?
Go ahead and make just a general intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence.
Just straight intelligence.
13.
It looks vaguely familiar. You might not know all of the rules, but you know this is probably a game called Deadeye Dice.
Deadeye Dice.
Yeah.
I am gonna just take out Yarrow and just say, watch the dice.
Okay.
And send the piker off to just watch what's going on.
Alright. Yeah. There are mice in this bar, so the piker doesn't stand out too much, because there's other small critters that occasionally scuttle along the floor. Nimbo, you turn around.
Deadeye Dice sounds more like Blirta's game, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Don't say that
Nimbo,
around her. Don't.
Nimbo, you turn around from where you're currently standing and face the brick and the 3 arm wrestlers. You see right now it's a tiny halfling arm wrestling this big green dragonborn. The third person is just a human man in like his mid-30s who's currently just like watching, refereeing.
I hope the halfling is Steroid Jim.
The halfling, the impression you get from what's being said is Big Stew.
Oh. I'll turn to Nimbo and say, I think it's a joke.
Yeah, one of those ironic nicknames.
I wonder if he likes it.
Oh, I do. It's not a reference to my height, you see.
Oh,
Sir,
This one
sir,
beefy arm.
at this point, I'm like,
Also that.
sir, we're actually well, at least I am a minor. That's inappropriate.
You're a minor.
Mm,
We don't mind much stuff around here anymore.
mm. You're quick-witted.
No, I'm serious. Where do you mine?
No, I'm a child.
Oh! Well, what are you doing here then?
Well, and gesture over at the.
Well, what are they doing here then? They shouldn't be buying stuff off the brick. The brick grunts.
we're not all minors. We're school colleagues, college, recent graduates. We're on our. I pull out the badge and I put it on. We're at work.
Oh. Hey, don't arrest the brick. He owes me money.
Oh no, not that kind of work. No, we're
okay.
we're meant to help people.
Can you tell him to give me my money?
I kind of lean down to kind of like look under the hood of the brick. Right.
As soon as you do that, a hand comes out and starts moving your face away.
Okay. Yeah.
Out of the face hole.
I told that guy I'd ask you to never mind.
I don't know him shit.
Sure, I'm sure you don't.
Big Stew's a fucking liar.
I turn.
The human now pipes up. Yeah, Big Stew is a fucking liar.
I walk the 3 feet to Big Stew and I say, he disagrees. I think this is something that you need to take to mediation. It's kind of beyond my skill set. But if you would fancy an arm wrestle, just to kind of smooth things over a little bit, get out some of this tension.
How much you want to bet?
Ooh, how much is a normal bet?
2 gold.
Sure. Let's go with 2 gold. And I'm gonna do a big stretch, and as the kind of the balance of my arms going out in different directions, and I can feel the life force flowing through my body in these kind of like patterns that kind of wax and wane stuff. I'm gonna kind of mutter under my breath, Varaya, guide me. Please don't let me fuck this up. And I appeal to the god or the goddess of balance, because even though I'm very big and this person is very small, I still feel like the underdog because I'm way out of my comfort zone, and so I'm just praying for a little bit of balance on this.
Yeah. The Dragonborn moves aside to give you some space. You don't need a chair. If you just kneel down, you'll be at the right height to like put your arm on the table. And you can see now the halfling is sitting on like a box placed on a chair, so that he's also at the right height. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Before this happens, can I like try to stealthily just cast Prestidigitation and blow some wind into the halfling's eyes?
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
It's gonna be a 16.
16. Yeah. Okay, and you're trying to distract him, I assume.
Yeah, just like a puff of wind into the eyeball.
All right.
Go
ahead. I will roll.
Sorry.
What did you get?
Looks like my streak of rolling badly is over.
Oh.
That is going to be a 24.
Nice.
Okay, well that
Nice.
would have beaten the halfling even if he hadn't had air puffed into his eyes, which make distract him briefly. You begin to push his arm further down onto the table, Make another strength check.
Oh, no guidance on this one.
No guidance on this one.
Oh. 13?
You get a 4. So you push even further down, and this halfling is like not expecting this. And you realize now he caught on to what you did with your guidance spell. But he was scamming you for 2 gold anyway, so he was willing to let you get away with that. 2 gold was definitely not what he would have charged his friends. He's almost down on the table. Roll a 3rd strength check.
It's getting lower. 12.
19. He pushes up against it, realizing now that actually this supposed child is perhaps more of a challenge than he'd expected, and he does not want to lose that money. Another strength check.
Ooh, that's a 21.
Yep, you beat him. You push him down again. He's starting to like shake with the effort to try to resist. One more strength check, please.
As all of this kind of strain and kind of emotional energy, you can see kind of like between the earrings on Nimbo's ears, there's like the occasional little blue spark of lightning.
It's slightly distracting.
Ooh, I'm rolling hot. 20. Dirty.
You slam his arm down onto the table, and like the whole halfling, like the box tips over, and he almost falls on the ground before the human reaches out and rights him.
I'd like to immediately stand up a bit too fast, bump my head on one of the rafters, and then use thaumaturgy to like amplify my voice as I go.
Given you're in a very small space, everyone looks up at you. The dice players are like, "What the fuck?" Even the brick seems to sort of jerk his head up slightly. You still can't see below the hood.
As soon as everyone looks around, I immediately stop, and I'm immediately very self-conscious.
And I'm
Sorry.
As the kind of audio goes down again, I'll just look at Big Stew and be like, "Huh, Big Stew. Well, I guess you just weren't strong enough." Which is Em's attempt at a strong enough joke, but they're just terrible at jokes.
Really bad. Big Stew looks confused, and then just kind of nods before taking out 2 gold and handing it to you, Nimbo. The human claps. The Dragonborn looks mildly impressed. Right, you gonna take on Evangeline next, or think she's too much for you?
I might just check on my friends first.
Sure.
I don't like, the competitive streak that comes out in me sometimes. I like it, but also like.
You should lean into that, kid.
I'm trying to remain somewhat balanced. There's a little bit of competitiveness is healthy, but I don't want to give myself over too much to it. This was fun though, and maybe I'll be back, after a drink. Just gonna.
Sure. Yes, definitely. Have another couple of drinks, and then I'm sure Evangeline will take you on. The Dragonborn grins, showing way too many teeth. So many teeth.
Okay, see you in a sec.
And the Dragonborn and the human now start arm wrestling. If you move back to the bar. And what are you up to?
I am looking around at the clientele. Just like my eyes have been darting all over the place.
Yeah.
But I'd like to check in with Yarrow to see anything she's noticed about the game.
Okay, are you trying to see through Yarrow's eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, your own vision goes blank for a second. As you start looking through Yarrow's eyes, make a perception check for Yarrow, please.
15.
15. Yeah, Yarrow seems to have picked up on the rules of the game. And as you're watching through Yarrow's eyes, you get the hang of it yourself as well. The two players, one of them's a dwarf, older, graying beard. The other is also a human, a little bit younger. They seem to just be having a sort of friendly conversation, ribbing each other. Other things that Yara would have noticed, there is just a couple of other people all kind of hunched over, turned away from the rest of the room, but keeping an eye, like, at everything. Just talking quietly. There's one woman sitting in the corner, arms crossed, seemingly talking to herself. The bartenders, the elf has moved back behind the bar. They seem to be having a conversation as well.
Okay.
Nothing in particular.
Figuring out the rules a little bit, I would like to walk up to the table.
All right.
And
Okay.
and just say at this point, good evening, gentlemen. Do you mind if I take a seat and join the game?
No, of course not. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Thank you.
My name is Darnell Pritz. This here's Ol. The dwarf sort of salutes you with two fingers. Do you know how to play? Happy to explain the rules.
Well, yeah, if you would, I believe I know that, like, Deadeye dice, but like a repeat of the rules would be
Good.
grand. My name's
Of course.
my name's Perry Doe, but you can call me Perry.
Perry. Nice to meet you, Perry. Must be new in town, or you know better than to play with the two of us, but well, we're just a couple of old buggers, aren't we? Aren't we all? Mm. He's friendly enough once you get to know him. All right. So, do you have your own set of dice? Would you like to borrow a pair?
Oh, I have some right here.
Okay. You're gonna need a D20, D12, D10, D8, D6, and D4 for this, Sam.
D20, D12, D10.
Everything except the D100.
Right. Okay.
And the rules which Yara would have picked up and which Darnell now explains to you as all just occasionally grunts and snorts in seemingly agreement. You roll all of your dice. If you roll a 1 on any die, you have to discard the biggest dice, starting with D20 moving down. If you get more than 1, you discard as many dice as you got once. Last person with dice remaining wins. Does that make sense?
Nope, but I will play it.
If you roll a 1, let me know.
Okay.
That is basically how we'll do this.
Okay.
Okay. Each player, they seem to be playing for like 5 silver. They've all put 5 silver in. You can up the ante at any point if you think you're gonna win.
Cool.
And if someone else ups the ante, you're happy to sit out, like
Okay.
in poker. All right. So go ahead and roll your all of your dice at the same
All
time.
at the same time.
If you want to cheat to try to re-roll a dice, if you get a 1, let me know. Did you get any 1s?
Nope, I'm all still in.
Okay. Darnell got 2 1s. So he removes his D20 and his D12. Sorry. Ol got no 1, so he's still got all of his dice as well. All right, roll again. Luck's not with me tonight.
All still in.
All right. So are the other two. No 1s for them this time.
This is miraculous. Still no 1s.
Okay, Ol doesn't have any yet either, but Darnell now loses his D10.
Wow. This is going well.
Aye, it's clearly Soraya's not looking down on me tonight, but hey, it happens to the best of us. Drop one dice on the ground and I'll keep rolling. Okay, yeah, Ol's still got all of his dice as well.
Yep,
Do you
me
have
too.
any ones yet?
Folks watching, this is just going to go on for
This is-
4
I'm
hours.
so sorry. It's just gonna be
Oh,
this.
no.
We'll come back to Blirta and Muck next session. Roll again, Sam.
In the trip world, all that Blirta and Muck
Yeah,
know this is that there's a
Blirta,
faint
Muck,
clattering in the
what are you
background.
up to?
I think there's something in the aircon or something.
Sam, any ones?
Nope.
Okay, you notice at this point, you think for a second it looks like Ol rolled a 1 on his d4, and he quickly tilts it before he thinks anyone notices. But the dice makes a sound as he tilts it, and it is a little obvious.
I'm just going to catch his eye. And just
He
go
just squints at you.
back to roll again.
Roll again.
Something wrong with this
Yeah.
D4. Something wrong with this D4.
Are you only rolling a d4?
No, I would expect like it's the highest chance to get a 1. I would have expected that to
I
have
had
been
that for a
outlined.
second. Yeah, Darnell at this point loses his d8. Darnell's not doing well.
Is the other one still in as well, completely?
The other one's still got all of his dice, yeah.
Ah, seems like we're both having some pretty decent luck this evening.
Aye, we are.
Let's try
The
again.
Darnell loses his d6. Do you still not have any ones, Sam?
Nope, that's another 3 on the D4, and the rest are.
Oh my god. Alright, roll again. Darnell's down to 1 die.
No, it's just not happening.
Oh, this is getting interesting. The dwarf speaks now. How about we up the ante? To a gold.
A whole gold.
1 gold each. You and Darnell? And Darnell's like, nah, fuck you. Fuck you all, you know I'm out.
Yeah, let's up that.
Alright. Yeah, Ol's out. Ol's had 1 die left. He's not risking that shit. Okay. Roll your dice again, please. This is the most interesting thing we've ever done on this show. This time, still no ones?
Nope.
This time you notice, Ol rolled a 1 on his d20. And he turns it again.
He will hear in his head. I've let it go once. Twice. Don't take the fucking piss out of me.
Where you would expect Ol to maybe react to hearing a voice in his head. Just, like, underneath his beard, you see just a twitch of a smile. Doesn't say anything. Just picks up his dice, rolls again.
I'm rolling my dice but keeping complete eye contact with him.
He's not looking at you.
Well, I don't care, but I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to be as intimidating as I can. What did you roll?
This time you notice again he got a 1 on his d4, and this time he looks up at you before you hear the click of the dice turning on the table.
What does this guy look like in terms of, like, demeanor and clothing and...
He's an older dwarven man. With he's got like there's a patch of beard missing where there's clearly a scar that's running like slightly underneath the hairline. He's got like a bald spot forming. Clothing, it's a bit ordinary. He looks like he probably works on a farm or something, or is like a day laborer in town.
I'm just gonna...
Actually, you know, make a perception check.
This is
If
when
you're
I,
if you're
this
like
is when I roll a
checking
1.
him out.
No, that's 16.
16. You can see his sleeves are slightly rolled up, and you can see the peak of like tattoos. And there is one that seems to, from what you can see from it, seems to be like a circle with some kind of symbol inside of it, but it's hard to make out the details. The rest are all more like scribbles.
At this point, I will just start. Is there a reason that you can't win fairly?
Make a persuasion check.
$12.
Picks up his dice, goes to roll again. He starts shaking them in his hand.
Well, perhaps this time you win fairly.
Make an intimidation check, actually, once you roll.
Still 0 wins. And that's gonna be
This is ridiculous, Sam.
an 18.
18. You notice this time he doesn't move any of his dice, but from what you can tell, he didn't roll any ones. He still seems vaguely amused.
Doesn't seem like you have a lot to do with your time, if this is how you spend it.
He shrugs.
Okay. Well, why don't we up it this time?
Sure.
5 gold. A single one. You're bust.
I'll take those terms. I like your moxie, kid. Takes the gold out, puts it on the table in front of Darnell, who's just sat there, like, arms crossed, watching the two of you, like... Fuck, man. Alright, money on the table, kid, come on.
Mine was already there, and it's just on there.
5 gold.
Mhm.
Instead of... Okay, you put it out,
Yeah.
alright. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll again. Did you get any ones, Sam? Neither did he. Roll again. Blirta and Muck, you've at this point slayed the dragon like 3 times. We're gonna come back to you in a second after this.
Like, we could just have a party in here, you know? Like...
I was thinking about potentially killing God. I don't know if you'd be up for that. Why not, you know?
I mean, I'm down for that.
Okay, let's go.
Which
Yeah,
one?
while Nimbo's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got
Which
so
god?
many to
All
choose
11 of
from.
them? Or
Yeah.
just... Yeah, okay, all
I
11
want to play
gods,
like,
sure.
I want to like
once.
go bowling.
Yeah, Muck and Blirta, you're bowling with gods.
Yeah.
Any ones?
No, of course not.
You notice that he's rolled a 1 again on his d4. And again, he's just looking straight at you. Turns it around.
Another 5.
Takes out another 5. Puts it on the table.
As he puts it on the table, I'm going to slam his hand with my paw.
Make an unarmed attack. Unarmed strike.
What is going on with my dice tonight?
Is this when you get the 1?
No, that's when I got a natural 20. What the fuck?
You trap his hand. The coins scatter across the table, several of them falling down onto the ground. And the entire inn... Nimbo, have you been watching this happening?
No, I've been like, well, this has been going on for a while.
This has been going on for a while now, yes.
My plan was to get another drink, check on my buddies, and then, you know, if they're still asleep, but fine, I would be watching.
Yeah. They are still asleep. Yeah, you've been watching this. You've also noticed the cheating. Yeah. It was occasionally a bit obvious, and now Em has slammed this guy's hand down. The guy looks shocked, and Nimbo, you see the faint spark of magic on the guy's other hand. Darnell's eyes have gone wide. He is, like, trying to shove his chair back, but he's hitting the wall behind him. The arm wrestlers have stopped. They're paying attention now. The Dragonborn is starting to rise out of her seat. The dwarf is just staring at you, Em. And it is at this moment Blirta and Muck, I need you both to make wisdom saving throws.
Uh-oh.
As the world around you, as you are bowling, Bias, god of nature, in your hand, getting ready to yeet him at the rest of the gods.
7.
11.
11. Okay, hold on. Where's my stats for this?
We've been given an
around
advantage.
you-
We've been given advantage there if someone wants it.
Who's been given advantage on what? Because if this is for... I'm not going to allow it on the saving throws because
Cool.
it's too late.
That's fine.
for that.
It just says give a player advantage.
Cool. For the chat, if you want to give a player advantage, you don't want to decide who, please roll a dice and have that decide, just because it makes things a bit easier on our end.
I just have a load of hot people watching us bowling with gods.
Yeah, and as these images fade, it's not the gentle fade of, like, waking up. It's not even the sudden waking as if from a nightmare. Muck, you, like, kind of blink awake and you feel this bone-deep exhaustion. You gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, man.
And you're struggling in this moment as you're lying on the floor of this dirty inn to make sense of what might be real. Blirta, it's worse for you. Everything as it fades, it like melts into these horrific figures. And as you two wake, it looks like any minute the world around you here might start melting too. You gain 2 levels of exhaustion.
Ooh.
You filled that save by more than 5. Sorry. Em, the dwarf is looking at you, raises his other hand slightly above the table so you can see that glimmer of magic.
Mm-hmm.
This. I wouldn't do that, kid.
And I will just kind of tilt my head, bare my teeth, and not cast. Invoke a blood curse of the anxious.
Okay. What does that require him to do?
He now has disadvantage on intimidation checks as I bare my teeth at him.
Okay. Alright. He was going for intimidation, so I will roll for him at disadvantage. Avoiding a natural 20. So yeah, he's clearly wasn't expecting your reflexes to be this quick, and he's not sounding quite as confident as he might have been otherwise. However, as you speak the curse, in a language he doesn't understand, and maybe Em doesn't entirely understand either, but you know what the words do. The Dragonborn, Evangeline, stands up completely, puts her clawed hand over yours, and grabbing it, and says, "Seriously, kid? Not something you want to try here."
All I wanted was my money. I wanted it fairly, and it wasn't being provided fairly.
Not our problem.
Is cheating a regular thing in this establishment?
I'll put
There's
my
a
hand. I'll put my hand on top of the clawed hand. There's like a big pile of hands. I put my hand on it and I say, maybe we can like talk this out, without, everyone seems to be getting a little tense. Apparently it's not okay to do magic stuff here, so maybe, Em, you can apologize for doing the magic thing, and then maybe you, sir, with the glowy hand, can stop glowing.
He has stopped glowing.
Great. So,
What the hell is going on here?
Oh, you're up. One sec.
Uh,
Seems like you owe my friend some money.
Make a persuasion check.
The hot streak continues. That's a nat 19. That's a dirty 20.
30-20. All picks up his own coins, takes one of the gold pieces out, places it on the table in front of them, and gathers the rest of them up.
I make eye contact with them.
Em's gonna bare their teeth. Well, what's the current route for Em currently?
The current what?
Like, route out of here.
Oh, it is through the Dragonborn, through Nimbo, over Blirta and Muck, and then out the door.
Also through the pile of hands.
And through the pile, yes, there is also still a pile of 4 hands on the table.
I will just take my single gold.
Okay.
You're not a very nice man.
None of us are here, kid. All just leans back, looks at you, winks.
I'll get up to leave if I can.
Yeah, you can. The Dragonborn lets you go, but is sort of keeping an eye on you. As you get up towards the bar, the tabaxi leans out and says, "Yeah, that was real dumb. Probably better if you, and your friends left. Tempers flare and all that."
What was the dumb part? He was cheating.
Why are you all so loud?
Holy shit, you're awake. Forgot about that.
Muck just slowly gets up and is like, "Did we actually get kicked out? I can't believe you two fucked this up for us."
Oh, good morning to you too.
It's
been 4 days.
We defeated like the whole rainbow of dragons, and we could jump into space. It was pretty awesome.
Your god is nothing compared to me.
Whoa. Let's not take things we can't take back. I know, you're not in your right mind right now.
It's
We can
not
talk
you,
about
but
this
you're
Right,
back
later.
it up.
baby.
As you're having these arguments, the elven bartender has come out from behind the bar and has started herding you to the door.
But I still don't understand. What was the unfair thing?
Out, kid, out. She looks over at the tabaxi and just pulls her own sleeve up slightly, and you see a tattoo, of a white tattoo on pale skin, so it's hard to tell.
That's gonna fade fast, man. Those don't last.
That's what you think. It's a circle with like 2 brackets inside of it and 5 dots arranged in a like in a cross.
Circle. It's a circle
Sending
with
brackets
sending it to
inside.
the chat. Sending it to the chat for the players. I'll post
Cool.
it on Twitter later.
Cool.
For those, but yes.
So science moment.
Yeah, go for it.
So tattoos, the way that they're stored in your skin is, so you know the needle kind of damages the skin, and that activates immune cells that just kind of are hanging around, resident in your skin, and they are, I think, macrophages. So what they do to germs when the skin is broken is they go around and gobble them up and digest them, then you're done. But they gobble up these ink particles, and the ink can't be digested by these cells, and so these cells stay where they are in the skin, full of ink, and that's how the tattoo stays. The reason that tattoos fade is because, well, sometimes it's because the pigments aren't like resistant to light, but often it's because as you know, cells don't live forever, so that cell will die, release the ink, and then its neighbors will gobble up the ink. And so every generation of cell, the tattoo, you know, has a chance to fade slightly. So if you have a lot of sun damage, then you're killing the cells, they're being reborn, killing, reborn. That's why you get the kind of the blowout, the fading of those tattoos. White tattoos, we haven't really come up with a white pigment that stays, you know, that stays white for a long time in the real world. I'm sure in this fantasy world, there's a lovely white pigment that's non-toxic and color fast and photo-resistant.
It's mostly just magic. But go ahead. That was a long explanation. Take a D8 inspiration dice. Yeah.
That's a good fact as well. I like that.
It was some great science facts about tattoos.
I'm an immunologist with a lot of tattoos.
There we go. We learn something new about Khalil every day. I think I knew both of those things already. Okay, yeah, you're being herded out. The Moggy is showing you this tattoo, pulls her sleeve back up quickly, looks down the street, and just looks at you, Em. We're not people you want to fuck with, kid. Get home safe. Closes the door. Returns inside.
Would any of us recognize that symbol?
Make a history check.
I'm not going to, because I'm looking at the floor feeling sorry for myself.
Blirta feels like shit.
I got 16.
Okay.
Like, we were killing things and there were hot people, and now I am puking nearly.
10? Did you roll?
16 as well.
16. Yeah, you've seen it, both Muck and Em. You've seen it painted, like graffiti places in Lishold. Occasionally in places where there might be less savory characters around. What exactly it stands for, though, you're not entirely sure. Probably an organization of some kind, but you don't know any details about it.
It's the local
Oh,
adapter
yeah.
socket.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, Nimbo, you get a 10, you said. Do you want to make a religion check as well?
That's better. That is a 16.
Okay, so if you were to take away the circle and the 4 dots on, like, the 4 dots that are in the center one. If you just had the brackets and the center dots, that is the symbol for Idel, the deity of justice and criminals. I think you're muted.
No, he's just whispering. Yeah, are we out of earshot? That symbol kind of reminds me of there's a god called Idal, who's the god of on one side justice, but on the other side, you know, crime adjacent individuals. So, wow, I think we just went to some kind of crime bar. Cool.
Awesome.
Are you two all right? You look you all right?
I feel like fuck. Ugh.
I'm just knackered, honestly. I didn't know what I was signing up for. And I don't think I'll be signing up for it again in a hurry. I mean, the experience was great, but like coming back to life
Okay.
sucked.
I mean,
So-
okay, how about this? If we do it again, we do it like we get like a comfy bed and then we do it. So like,
Yes.
we just go straight to sleep.
I like that.
Yeah,
Do you still
live and
have that
learn.
like incense stick thing?
Yeah, you also bought a reverie stick, whatever that does.
I mean,
Nice.
incense is much more my street. I mean, what reviews out of 10 for your experience passing out on the floor of a dive bar surrounded by criminals?
In the void, 10. Out of the void, 2.
I mean,
Oh, that's
honestly,
generous.
Yeah.
for criminals, they were like pretty well behaved. And they were like,
Yeah, honestly, pretty grateful that we didn't end up in some kind of altercation.
I
That
mean,
would have been awkward.
it would have been nice if they'd like moved us to the side at least, but
I mean,
Sometimes.
there wasn't a huge amount of. The side was mostly taken up with stools and people sitting on them and scary people with tattoos.
Sometimes the people who claim to be just are the biggest dickheads of all. So,
Fair. Well, here's an alternative plan. If you guys are still up for, continuing the evening, I heard that the nice tieflings that we met at the last bar, when they clock off, which could be around now, they go and hang out and have some drinks, and they seem much nicer than these people.
yeah, I can. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Do you need some water? Like you look terrible, both of you.
I mean, I feel terrible too, so that tracks.
Well,
Yeah.
at least if we go back to the first bar, then if either of you need to duck out, then our rooms are right there.
Yeah,
And they're
you'll
very so
notice this-
eager.
Go ahead.
That's it, I'm done.
Sorry,
You'll
what did
notice
you
you're
say?
walking really slowly back because Blirta is moving at about half the speed that she would normally.
Without wanting to like say it loud so that everyone can hear, but I'll kind of like sidle up to Blurt and be like, don't take this the wrong way, but do you want a piggyback?
Yes, please.
I imagine Blurter is the worst piggyback passenger. She probably like holds on like around the neck really tight, and I'm like, round the chest, please.
I think she tries to like strike a pose because she got a piggyback here as well. So the symmetry of it appeals to her. Like, yes, I am establishing my dominance over this group.
Em, are you all right? That seemed a pretty tense situation.
Yeah, fine. I just don't like cheats. And he was a cheat.
Should we go blow him up later, or
Oh, we couldn't we?
Yeah.
Wait.
I feel perhaps not the most sensible option for the evening. You have
Yeah,
tieflings you want to see. You don't want to ruin that.
No, yeah, and being chased by a bunch of angry, magical criminals might put a bit of a weird vibe on the evening. Let's go and see the tieflings. No reason.
wait? Does any of you have a mirror? Or
Let me check my inventory.
I don't know that I do.
Uh,
I have a shield. It's probably
Is
not
it
that
shiny?
shiny.
the-
No.
It's taken a bit of a
covered-
beating.
It's covered in foliage and moose blood.
or
Oh, yeah.
are there any like windows nearby that we can see our reflections in?
It's dark out, so yes.
Okay, I just find it. Okay, Nimbo, can you just take me over to that for a second? Okay, so I use prestidigitation to A, remove like the dried up dribble on my chin, and B, to fix my makeup.
Nice.
And you do. You get back to the skilled loot, and it's not actually. It's been maybe at this point 45 minutes since since Em and Nimbo left it,
Oh no.
and like an hour since Blirta and Muck did. It is still, I would say, in full swing, except that it's still just as like boring as it was the first time. The tieflings, you can see the twins, the younger two, are still behind the bar. You don't see Julep, the one that Nimbo was flirting with at the moment. The mayor is talking to what was her name, Madame Polaris at this point, and Ernie, the two dice players who Em played with earlier. And everyone is like talking quietly, having a respectable time, listening to the lute music as the four of you walk back inside.
I'm imagining Muck and Blurter look a bit like John Travolta and Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction.
Definitely.
The
Well,
mayor gives you a dirty look when he sees you, Muck, as you walk back in.
I wink at him. I'll just go round.
He
round.
looks
You guys want to round?
affronted.
Wink again. Wait, I blink at him.
Madame Polaris winks back at you.
Hey, nice. Pints, everyone, and a pint drink.
I will take whatever the strongest thing they have is.
All right.
Yeah, I could do
Squiddy.
with something after that.
I'm
And,
going to get like.
I
What
think,
did- what
I think
did you
you
say
need
that the-
water. I think you need water, Blurta.
What did you say like the kind of drinks menu was like at this place?
Extensive
Okay.
and expensive.
Okay. Can I get cocktails for me and Muck?
Nice.
Post-trip
Okay.
cocktails.
Yeah.
Nice.
So who's at the bar?
Sambuca, ketamine, cocktail.
Yeah.
The cornerstones of any nutritious breakfast.
Sure. You find a table not too far from the bar, and one of the two twins, the one you first dealt with, Aza, comes over. Welcome back. How was the Dead Mice Bar? Gives Muck and
Cool.
Blurta a look.
It was an experience.
We definitely
Yes, it was.
experienced it.
We experienced so much.
Alright.
Interesting
Okay.
people there. Yeah, really
Pricks.
friendly.
Looks between the two of you like, okay, yep, that sounds about like what I'd expect. Yeah, I maybe shouldn't have told you to go there. Julep kinda chewed me out over it, but hey, drinks, what can I get you?
What's the cheapest, strongest thing you have?
Squid ink.
Yeah, these guys need some squid ink. 2 squid inks and 2 squid ink seltzers.
Well, because you're being responsible.
Yeah. Shandies, 2 squid ink shandies. That's a cocktail, right?
Sambuca and lemonade. Oh, it's fucking gross. Cursed drink.
Do you know what? I've not heard of that before. Are you looking for like a mixed drink?
Yeah, like a cocktail, you know.
Yep. You know what? I got just the thing for you. Just go knock those out. 2 squid ink, and I'll get you two our what's the name of like when it's the main thing on your menu? I just completely
House.
blank. Signature.
Yeah.
And our
Ooh.
signature cocktail named after my lovely, not at all overbearing sister, 2 mint juleps.
Cool.
Goes, mixes you some drinks, brings them over. Put them on a tab, or do you want to pay now?
Tab is good. I'll pick it up.
All right.
Yeah, I think we've got an evening of. We've got some processing to do.
Can
I
we
think.
just get also some pretzels for the table?
Sure, of course. Hey, Horn, go knock up some more pretzels. Second twin leaves.
Oh, also, just I just like for no reason. What time does things
Does my
tend to wrap
sister
up
get
around
off?
here?
Couple of hours.
Cool. Yeah, just wondering because good to know. Thanks.
Yep, because yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
My sister will be out back.
I-
leaves.
I give a wink to thing, which is kind of weird because I only have one visible eye right now.
Who are you winking at the tiefling?
No, it's
At
Nimbo.
Nimbo. Okay.
So Nimbo, for someone with such like dark grayish blue skin, is like blushing from like eyebrows to chin.
You go like purple.
Entirely pink. Yeah, well, there's a kind of like, you know how like if it's storm clouds at kind of sunset,
Mm.
and so it's kind of dark blue but with a hint of pinky purple through it. That.
Shepherd's Delight.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do an insight check to see if I notice any of this?
Yes, at disadvantage because of your level of exhaustion.
Nice. Ooh.
Who did that advantage go to on
Ah.
from Hogan?
M, I believe.
I think it was for
M.
me.
It went to M.
Yeah.
I got 9.
Yeah, you're just like staring. There's like a groove in the table that looks a little bit like a godly bowling pin. You're
Nice.
just staring at it, thinking about the void.
Cool.
Yeah, after a little while, the third tiefling, who you've not spoken with yet, brings out the pretzels. They're like fresh, warm, slightly crunchy on the outside, very fluffy on the inside. The beer cheese dip is fantastic. All right. Gonna close the kitchen in a sec. So if you want any more food, just give me a shout. All right.
Think we're
Thank you.
good.
Great. The third tiefling, Julep, has come down the stairs. Is waiting tables on the other side of the bar.
I'm just gonna give like a dead-eyed but toothy grin and thumbs up.
I'm gonna down my drink and burp loudly and for really long. Like a Shrek burp.
Okay. Yeah, you've got your back to the mayor right now, but Blirta, you see the mayor give just like steam coming out of his ears type,
Oh, wait,
which is funny because he's a red-skinned tiefling, but if he wasn't, he'd be getting like red in the face from anger.
wait. I use prestidigitation to make him do a fart noise.
The mayor.
Yes.
Are you trying to be subtle about this?
I mean, yes.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check at disadvantage.
A disadvantage.
Can I try to help? By
How? It's a spell, so probably not.
Yeah, no. Also, Nimbo right now is just like studiously avoiding eye contact with Juliet while he
a
tries to
4.
like get his blush under control.
Yeah, Blirta, you're like, I'm gonna be so subtle about this, and then you start casting a spell above the table, like arms waving wildly. And before you can finish the spell, the tiefling Aza comes over and just like grabs your hand and goes, okay, I like you guys, but I really don't want my dad to kick you out, so maybe just take it down a notch. Alright, I don't really want to get you guys to get in trouble. Cool. Just, be more subtle about it.
Try and keep it on the level.
Julep, at this point, Nimbo, as you've now looked up, Julep looks at you, looks at Blirta and Muck, and then as her sibling passes her, smacks them on the back of the head.
Nice.
I give her a kind of like, what are you gonna do?
The
When
bard,
he gives you that look.
the bard, for your knowledge, is singing the most boring ballad that has gone on for about 14 minutes now, and he's still going. His accent is similar to Blirta's.
I guess I'll stand up and kind of neaten myself up a little bit. I'll turn to Em. Em, have I got something in my teeth? Am I good?
You just got very big teeth. It just takes a moment.
How's my breath? Is it all right?
Oh,
Beer cheese smell.
It's a lot of
beer
beer
cheese
cheese.
mixed with licorice. It's bad.
Do you have any magic for that?
Would prestidigitation do something with that? Like,
Yeah, can you can you mouthwash with prestidigitation?
Given that the smell of your mouth is caused by like that fuzz on your tongue, yes.
Yeah, instantly clean or soil an object no larger than one.
Yeah.
How big's your tongue? Is it bigger than 1 cubic foot of tongue?
You actually have like a woodpecker tongue. It's like it's wrapped around the back of it.
I think the part that is in my mouth, because like obviously the tongue muscle, anyway.
It goes quite far.
I'm sure it's probably fine. So fresh breath, clean teeth, neat myself up. Kind of make my way over to Julep at the bar. And say, hey, how's it going? Long time no see.
It's been an hour, but okay.
It felt a lot longer, trust me. I'm sorry about my friends.
Are they okay?
Define
really
okay.
I just give finger guns to Nimbo.
I've had to drag Aza out of that place a couple of times. You know, your friends don't actually look so bad as they did then, but...
Well, we're pretty strong. Could I... Yeah, what sort of drink would you recommend? What's your favorite?
Well, I hate to recommend it because my idiot siblings named it after me, but I do like the mint juleps.
Oh, yeah, that sounds lovely. Could I have 2 of those, please?
Sure. Starts making them.
What's in an amplexus on the beach? I can see it written up there on the board.
It's
got a picture of a frog next to it.
Yeah. It's we don't really make that one very often.
Okay.
The ingredients are a bit difficult to get because you have to go get frogs. And then sometimes it poisons people if you do it wrong.
Well, if you ever need a hand collecting frogs, I can actually talk to them. If that's not weird.
Persuade us to let us squeeze them?
Oh, I mean...
We usually just buy the frog juice. It's just we have to go to the Citadel for it, because, don't really get the traders here.
Well, we're on our way there. I could always pick some up for you while I'm there. Drop it off on the way back.
Sure. Yeah, I think we're out. I'll double check the back, but. Anyways,
and if anyone gets
juleps?
poisoned, I can cure them with magic. So,
Are you gonna stay in Sura?
No, I was just thinking, maybe if you wanted to have one. Anyway, thanks. And I slide one of the drinks across towards her, even though she's at work. Nimbo has never worked in a bar. He doesn't really understand that you can't just sit there drinking with a customer.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I think we need to invent the specific smoothness check just for the situations.
Yeah, and is this just a general charisma check, or is it persuasion? You know what? General, just a plain charisma check, not persuasion.
I mean, either way, it's the same.
Is it check or is it a save?
Oh my god. Okay. I promise you, I am not bullshitting you. That was another nat 19, which takes me to a dirty 20.
Go on then, Vibe.
Those 2 sessions of rolling like absolute dirt have cleansed my body of that bad karma. And
it's also that Nimbo can get his first kiss.
Is it even kiss or is it hold hands?
We'll see. We'll see how awesome the moment is.
Yeah. She definitely seems very charmed by you.
For some reason.
The moment is ruined by her younger brother snorting on the other end of the bar, just rolling his eyes at you, or at his sister. But she takes the drink. She lifts it as if to cheers you, and says, "Just gonna go drink this in the back so my dad doesn't see," and leaves.
I look over my shoulder at my friends. Back in a sec. And I go invisible with my bonus action as a furbolg, so that the boss doesn't see me, and I'll go out back with her.
Take a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes to see what Nimbo gets up to out back with the hot tiefling bartender on Science and Sorcery After Dark. See you soon, folks.
10 minutes, you said? 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Awesome.
Oh dear. I'm sorry to tell you this, Katanga, but I'm afraid that this misery high bluff you keep talking about has just been a figment of your imagination.
Can Katanga make an insight check?
Absolutely.
Do you want me to roll deception?
No point, because that was a natural 1.
Well, if I notice this mid smooch, can I flick my tongue out for a quick taste?
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check, I guess.
What is
Sleight
with
of
your
tongue.
characters and tasting things?
It's
Mate, we've talked about these these body image issues, and can't be comparing yourself to refreshing beverage cunt of all people.
Most of the fleas, because I assume Dream isn't actually being all that careful.
No.
So a lot of the fleas do manage to jump ship. And I
They fleed.
don't know what happens if you pour bleach on a flea. They might be fine.
It might disintegrate, I don't know.
Yeah.
Google it.
What happens when you bleach a flea?
Live Psychom coming straight at you.
Look, Psychom's just being... Okay, so...
That name.
So when the Sex Muskets sing, "God save the Queen," they
Yeah.
actually literally.
Yeah,
mean
they're
Yeah.
quite sincere. A fascist regime, which we approve of.
It's
I
the
called out with my own deep throaty alarm call as well.
What are you doing down here?
oh, we're just taking a shortcut. You know, just traffic.
We're fumigating for sewer clowns here. You can't be here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I've been called worse, but you better shut your mouth.
We all know the real sewer clown is Elon Musk and his tunnels, so. Kick me off Twitter, Elon, I dare you.
So, Boomslang will disguise himself as Reginar and be Big Spoon.
Okay. So,
I got you, buddy.
so we cut to a scene where this Yuan-Ti, this snake person, is spooning a pudding angel.
No. Snake person disguised as a halfling.
Yes. Oh. You're even bigger a spoon than I remember.
Yeah, I just you know, I used to have that energy.
Delightful. Angel delightful. And then we fade to
Oh, is
black.
that your full name?
Fade to black of spooning.
I don't want to miss a thing.
So you see in the room Eridark Ariesis, who is a pallid elf fighter gunslinger. Do I have guns? Do I fuck? What you see is
And we're back. All right. We left off right as Blirta and Muck, if you were watching, see the tiefling bartender julep leave holding a mint julep. Nimbo turn invisible while holding his own. And doors opening as the tiefling passes through. It not closing quite as fast as it should as a second person follows. Nimbo, you follow Julep out to a small courtyard out back behind the kitchen. It's a bit cold at night, but you see she sits down just on like a small bench that's placed there and takes a sip. You're still invisible.
I'm only invisible for 6 seconds. So
shit, it was just long enough. Okay, sorry. It was just long enough to get through the door in that case. In which case, she retcon that. As the door closes, you appear. She like catches a glimpse of you and jumps, spilling the drink.
Oh, sorry.
At least partially. Shit. Oh, okay, that is.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Didn't mean to scare you. Thought
it
might be nice to share our drinks.
Yeah, that
together.
sounds. I didn't. You turned invisible. Holy shit.
Well, I didn't want to get you in trouble with your dad.
I respect that. Please tell me you can do it again to get back into the bar. We'll deal with that later. I meant I was gonna go outside to drink my drink. You're here now too. Great. Yeah. Just out this way. Grabs your hand.
Nimbo
assume-
blushes. It blushes
I
immediately.
assume, and just leads you outside. Just like she spilled like maybe half of her own drink, but the rest is still there.
I try and top hers up with mine.
Make a dexterity check.
Oh god, I'm not good at these at all.
At least you're not exhausted.
Oh, it was all going so well. That's a 4.
Thankfully, you don't manage to spill it on her, but you essentially just end up pouring like half of your own drink out onto the floor.
At least now we're matching.
She tugs you to sit down next to her on the bar. You're really silly. Has anyone ever told you that?
I'm not normally this silly. Sorry if it's coming across a bit much.
She just starts like grinning. Oh, it's sweet. I like it. We've got a lot of people like you out here.
I'm glad I could be a breath of fresh air, and kind of a little cool breeze brushes past. I'll use thaumaturgy if I need to.
Okay. And actually, as this breeze brushes past, Nimbo, you looking up at the night sky as a cloud moves aside, see a shooting star fly across the sky.
Look, shooting star.
What? Oh, I missed it. Oh, you should make a wish.
Okay. And Nimbo thinks, and there is exactly one thing on his mind.
We will fade to black.
I will happily use my moment of awesome.
Nope, you don't have to.
Okay.
This is from the random encounter table you rolled last session.
Oh wow. Perfect.
Sometimes things take time, but one of you is going to see a falling star tonight. And as Nimbo and Julep have a nice drink outside, Muck, Em, Blirta, what are you up to?
Not that.
2 more tieflings. 3 if you count the mayor.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Well, we know Muck has a thing for an older man.
Yeah.
I've talked a lot, so I'm going to be quiet.
Much was like, where did Nimbo go?
Well, I'm all out of messages, so I can't speak to him right now.
Cool.
Did any of us notice that him just like dematerialize into?
Would you have been paying attention to him?
I would have been looking around the bar, but not specifically.
In that case, you probably would have missed the
No.
moment he turned invisible.
Okay, in that case, is the bard still playing that ballad?
Yeah. He's on like 18 minutes at this point.
Okay.
It's a very drawn out love story.
Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna stand up like decisively and just look around, like very like obviously like, and then if anyone dares to make eye contact, I will take them by the hand and go and dance with them. Does anyone make eye contact with me?
The first person you make eye contact with is. Hold on. Let me roll for it.
Please be the mayor. Please be the mayor.
It is not going to be the mayor. I'm sorry.
Aw.
The first person who makes eye contact, and you're not entirely sure if he's actually making eye contact because he's squinting a bit. Is Ernie, the guy who Em was playing dice with earlier, the shoemaker. And he's kind of squinting around. He sees you stand up, and he's like smiles at you. Seems
That'll
to be
do.
meeting your eyes.
What's Ernie's physicality like? Like, is he a very doddery old man, or like
Smells like piss.
it smells like
Not
shit?
anymore. That
No.
only lasted a minute, Sam.
Okay, good.
No, not 45. Like, no.
It's been an hour and 15 minutes now. No, he's like late 50s. He's missing a couple of teeth, but he's well dressed. He's like a sweet old man.
Let's
Seems
go,
marvelous.
All right, in
Alright.
that case, I take him purposefully, firmly,
Okay.
but not like roughly. So...
Where are we going, my dear?
I'm really glad we have like the mature audiences warning on this stream. Like, we have to keep
Yeah.
going.
And yeah,
This
we
is
just
worse
go-
than the pudding angel.
We just go to the dance floor and start dancing. Like, okay, it's a ballad, so it's slow, but you know, maybe we're just kind of like hopping around because also I can't dance. So
Go
we're
ahead
just,
and make
like,
a
acting out the ballad.
make a performance check for Muck at disadvantage. I'm gonna
With
make
my
a wisdom
-1.
check for Ernie to see if he understands what's happening.
There's just this like, there's this teenage half-orc with like massive bags under her eyes, just dancing
that's a
with this
4.
old man.
It's a 4. I'm acting out the ballad.
Okay, you're acting at the ballad. The first thing you do, you immediately swing an arm out and smack the tray that Azza was carrying, and it goes flying over them. And it's like there's just like a pitcher full of liquid of like ale or something that's just gone all over them. This is like genuinely first thing that happens, and Ernie's like, "Oh, you wanted to dance? Oh, Azza, are you okay there, dear?"
I, at this point, stand up and take Azza's hand as like, allow me, and then I press the digitation all away.
And what are you doing?
Me.
No, M.
Oh, M.
I'm just watching in a little bit of slight amusement and
Okay.
a bit of disbelief as well as to where this night has ended up going.
All right. It is then M. You will be the first to notice. Blirta, as you press the digitate, Azza clean. Azza's like stood there blinking, like trying, like looking down at like the broken glass at their feet. Ernie has like walked over, is like sort of like trying to pat them down, even though they're now already clean. And the mayor at this point stands up and yells, "All right, that's enough, all of you! This is a respectable establishment. You," points at the crest, which Muck still has pinned to her clothes,
Shit.
"are meant to be representatives of the sovereign. And this is how you act. You're assaulting my children. You are disrupting my customers. I will not stand for it. I will be complaining to the captain first thing tomorrow morning."
Muck just laughs. Cool. Yeah, I'll make sure if you speak to the captain tomorrow morning, he's gonna be real shocked.
Blirta, anything to say?
I just kind of walk over to him and be like, it's like, I apologize for this situation. Like, we're actually like slightly undercover, you know? Like, we've got to like pretend like we're reckless so that people don't like interrogate our presence here a bit.
You want to pretend something, you can do it in someone else's establishment, not mine. You can go and join the rabble, that place across the street.
While he's shouting, can I please check to see if there's anything of his that I can steal?
Make a perception check.
We're the worst.
Disadvantage.
I will be like just listening to
Oh.
him say that we could check that place across the road and say like, well, we did, and we were asked to leave there as well. Like, where are we supposed to go?
I got a 9 on my perception check.
We're the worst gap year kids ever.
Oh wait, I only did 1. I've got disadvantage. Let me just double check.
Yep.
Okay, no, 9.
9. The most obvious things you can see that there would be classified as like belonging to the mayor in some way are his 2 children, who are like the one is standing next to you. The tray which Asa was holding, which is like on the table. And the mayor's own he's got like a fancy jeweled bracelet on his wrist. But those are the only things you can see right now, just because they're very obvious.
That sucks. Okay.
You could
I'm gonna
steal
keep
his
thinking.
child's heart if you wanted to, though.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Well, or you just take your sword and steal it that way.
Oh, yeah, that might get us in a little bit of trouble.
I mean, we're already in trouble now.
So
At this point, at your question, Em, of where are we meant to stay, I am not so heartless that I would pick children out in the middle of the night. You've paid for your rooms already. But leave the bar now.
You're sending us to our rooms, like proper
Pretty
teenagers.
much, yeah. Yeah.
I'm still thinking about if I want to steal from him.
Okay,
You don't say that out loud, do you?
So can you just give me an idea of the layout of like what the room looks like? Like, is the stairs to upstairs in the middle of the bar, or is it like?
Sorry, what was the question?
So like,
It's stairs, bar, yep.
yeah. So okay, so like where the rooms are they're upstairs, right?
Yes.
Are the stairs in this room?
Yes.
Okay, so I was like, okay, that's fine. And so I'm gonna go up the stairs, and then I'm just gonna fractionally peek back round and cast Prestidigitation to soil his pants. In the back, so he doesn't see them.
You may not see them. When you say soil, I assume we're talking about feces?
I mean, not necessarily, just a stain of generic. I don't
Okay, just
imagine-
you like discolor the fabric.
Yeah, so it looks like
Okay.
feces, but it not necessarily is feces.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can give anyone the
can't
power to
materialise
summon
poop out of
feces.
nowhere.
That's too much power.
That's too powerful, overpowered.
OP.
Yeah,
so valid.
I just trying to parse this whether or not okay, yeah, no. I'm saying he doesn't notice.
Yeah.
Madame Polaris, who is still sat at the table behind him, just raises her hand and seems to be giggling. Muck, what are you two doing? Are you following Blirta?
Telling us that we need to go to our bed, I am going to decide that I don't want to do that and go out the front door.
Okay.
And when
That also counts.
when I'm out there, do I see anyone?
We'll come to that in a second.
Okay.
Muck, what are you doing?
I'm gonna finger guns and walk backwards out the front door behind him.
We're splitting the party 3 ways. Blirta, you are upstairs.
Yes.
I assume you would have gotten the key to one of the rooms earlier.
Yeah, that's a yes.
or
Well, no, you're in
you would've
Nimbo's
had a-
room.
Yeah, I was going to be in Nimbo's room.
Yeah, so okay, Nimbo will have given you a key, let's say.
Yes.
Nimbo might be a bit late coming home. Muck
Oh.
and Em, you've gone out the front door. Em, you see there are a couple of patrons who have just left right before Muck started her dance. Relatively well dressed for this being a small town. Man and a woman, middle-aged.
Are they looking
Seem
for
to
a
be just
third?
heading home. They've got their backs towards you right now. Hard to tell.
That's how it always starts.
Well, I was hoping to get away from everyone, basically.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, so that's easy enough. You can turn You're currently in the town square. You can turn and walk down any number of streets.
Okay.
You can go left. You could go right and right again. You could go across the town square. You could go back to Fox Lane where the Dead Mice Bar was.
I just want to look for an isolated spot where no one can see me.
Okay.
I'm following you. I'm just
Are
shouting
you
like,
trying?
Em! Where you going?
Do you mind if I just get like 5 minutes to myself? We've been traveling a long time these past couple of days. I've almost got into a bit of a bar fight. We've just been told to go to our bed by Dad. Wait, no, by their dads. Nimbo's gone, and you look like you need to lie down as well. So I might just go for a wander on my own if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, cool. No worries.
No offense, I hope. Like, I just need
it's cool.
a little bit of breathing space.
Alright, yeah, cool. And Muck just like turns around and doesn't really know what to do with herself.
Em, go ahead
Looks
and make an
towards the
investigation check. As you look towards the couple, Muck, you see. Well, 1 second, Sam. Muck, you see Azza, who you spilled a tray full of drinks down, is just like leaning out the front door, steps out and is like, "There's a back door if you want to go to your room. Though my dad sending you to your room is a bit weird."
Yeah. What can I say? I'm used to it.
Other people's dads send you to your room often?
I don't know what I said, perhaps. Thanks.
You kind of funny look. Wait, you didn't buy anything from the brick, did you? Oh, I should have warned you about him. Yeah, probably best you get some sleep.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
stuff gets you pretty fucked up. Come on, I'll show you the back door.
Thanks.
Think she shows you up. Blirta, you eventually, Muck, appears upstairs as well. You've got 2 rooms, I believe you got. Did you get 3? 3 rooms.
Yeah, we've got 3 rooms, I think.
3 rooms, yeah. So Muck, you've got your own room if you want it. You can go hang out with Blirta.
Yes?
Do you want to hang out?
Yeah, why not?
Ah, cool.
We still got
I've
the other
got
thing,
car.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've got more drugs. Oh,
Chaos.
Are you gonna do more drugs?
yeah.
Let me pull up my drug sheets.
One of these days, we're going to get to our quest.
I think Dagmar's going to send us to our rooms soon.
Yeah.
There's my drugs. Okay, got him. All right, yeah. So you had 1 reverie stick. You'd made a check already, so you know you can burn it like incense if you wanted to.
I think I've got a tinderbox in my inventory.
There's candles in here as well. It's
No
easy enough
need.
to light it if you
Candles?
wanted
Just to
to.
digitate it.
Yeah, you light the reverie stick. It is a very soft, smooth scent. It's a little bit like a fresh spring meadow, soft rain. As the scent washes over you, you find both of you just relaxing entirely. And similar to the void from earlier, you start to enter the slightly dreamlike state. You're still in this room, but it's like you're dissociating from everything that's happening. Time seems to slow down. And you're so calm right now. You're so calm.
Ooh.
M. You made a investigation check for me.
It was a big old natural 20 for a 25.
25. Okay. Yeah, you're just looking for a secluded place? Anything else in particular?
No, just when no one can see me.
Okay. Easy enough. You find you walk a little bit like further like back south, but instead of going to the high road that you came in on, you find a little like smaller street and end up in this kind of narrow passage that opens out onto some of the farmland. There's no one around.
I'm going to cast Disguise Self, and I now want to look like Mog, the orange tabaxi.
The orange tabaxi's name was Sarabella, but yes.
That wasn't he Mog?
No, that half of the elf was named Moggy.
Oh, I think that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I look like Sarabella then.
Okay. Yeah, you do.
Does it come with tattoo?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to the Tiefling bar.
Okay.
I'm going to be dead by the end of tonight.
The tiefling bar or the criminal bar?
The Tiefling bar for now.
Okay. Yeah, you enter the Skilled Loot, and as you do, Horn and Azza, who are still behind the bar, stop what they're doing and just stare at you. And the bard stops strumming their instrument. Everyone turns to look at you. The mayor... Oh, for goodness sake! You better not be here to steal more of our... Oh, out! No, I'm not dealing with this tonight! Get out!
I'm just gonna like look him like dead in the eye and see like the closest glass that I can find and just push it onto the floor.
And you do.
And just kind of like raise my hackles ever so slightly, not saying a word, and then just like walk clumsily back out without turning away, just back through the door.
Okay. Yep. You do all of that.
And now I'm gonna go to the other place.
Still disguised as one of the bartenders.
Yep, but I'm not getting in. I just want to go near it.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
And yeah, just.
What are you trying to do?
I just want to wait outside and watch what is going on here. But like.
Are you waiting for anything in particular?
For any clientele to leave or enter, I just want to see who's who.
Yeah, you wait. How long are you willing to wait?
As long as I need to. Well, actually, before...
Sam, you gotta give me more than that.
Yeah,
I need to know what it is you're waiting for or how long you're gonna wait.
Well, I was going to say that what I would like to do is, like, how high are the buildings?
Standard.
Yeah, well, can I climb onto the top of one of the buildings? Is there a way
If
up?
you wanted to, you'd have to make some acrobatics or athletics
fine.
checks. Yeah.
If I can, I'd like to just, like, climb onto a roof and watch from there.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and make either acrobatics or athletics.
I'm going to make acrobatics. So it's going to be a 16.
Yeah, you managed to make it up onto a roof, like overlooking the entrance, I assume? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you get up there easily enough. It's not too difficult for you.
So what I'm looking for is this person I was playing dice with to see if they're sticking around.
The dwarf. Yeah. All right. You're waiting for all.
Yeah.
Are you waiting? Because your disguised self will only last an hour, I believe.
So I'll wait until that runs out.
Until that runs out. Cool.
If I have to.
Yeah. It's starting to get late. It's getting close to midnight probably now. And you see several people do leave. Hold on, where's my list? There it is. You see the woman who was sat in the corner, talking to herself. She comes out, first. She's glancing around, and seems to have her hand under her cloak, holding something. But she's moving warily. Actually, I'd like you to make a stealth check, please, if you're trying not to get spotted from the roof.
It's going to be a 15.
15, yeah. She doesn't seem to notice you, but she walks quickly into the town square and out of sight. You also see Steroid Jim leave, the human who was arm wrestling, at the same time as the brick. The brick is still hunched. And you guess if they were to stand to their full height, they'd be about Nimbo's height. Still hunched, still can't make out any details. Steroid Jim seems to be talking to the brick quite animatedly about some local farmer and something to do with livestock. You're not entirely sure, like, of the details. It seems it's not really relevant. Eventually Darnell leaves as well, the one who wasn't cheating. And a few of the other people who were, like, sat in the corners, but you don't see all leave, and you don't see Evangeline. The Dragonborn and the Dwarf, in the time that you have, don't leave the bar. Are you gonna wait longer? Keeping in mind you need 8 hours for a long rest.
Yeah. No, if they're not gonna come out, then I'm gonna try and slink back to my bed.
Yeah, easy enough. You find the back door with little problem. If that is how you wanted to go. Or you can go in through the front door as well.
No, front door's fine. Like he was happy for us to go to our rooms.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you go upstairs to your room. Eventually, Nimbo, you also return. Muck and Blirta, you've had a lovely time.
Like, Muck, your hair's so great.
Oh, thanks, Blirta. I love your necklace. I love that you know how to accessorize.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
For the sake of the two of you knowing, the entire time you were under the effect of this, which lasted for about an hour, you felt invincible, like nothing could scare you.
Okay.
You would have had advantage on checks against fear. However, you would also have had disadvantage on checks to resist being charmed, as you were in a very susceptible state. Everyone is your friend.
Oh, I think we're best friends now.
You might be. You're also both very tired, and eventually all four of you do manage to get some rest.
As I'm coming back upstairs, I use disguise self to, as I'm coming, like, if I need to go back into the bar, I will let Julep go ahead, and then I'll disguise myself as Julep.
Would have
go,
probably
like...
just explained to you where the back door was, so you could have just gone around.
I think like I meditate to sleep or to sleep, but it's like instead of like the normal like graceful elf thing, I'm just like face smushed against the floor.
Yeah, Nimbo, you're surprised that Blirta is not in her box. She's just lying on the floor of your room. Muck, are you also sleeping on the floor of Nimbo's room, or do you go to your own bed?
I'm on the floor of Nimbo's room.
Nimbo, there is a third room if you wanted to use it.
Yeah, I think what Nimbo would do is I'd open the door.
Yeah.
Feel it bump against someone's leg. Look in. Be like, oh, okay. Probably try and like pick up Blirta and Muck one by one and kind of get him into the bed in a kind of like recovery position, kind of platonic spoon. And then he'd probably like, not very stealthily. He's not very dexterous, but like these two are dead to the world. And so kind of back out, bumping into a bunch of stuff, and sort of try to close the door quietly, but end up kind of slamming it a little bit. And then kind of go and take the spare room that would have been Muck's.
Yeah.
And he's just got this big, the entire time, the biggest smile on his face.
The beds are comfortable. And you managed to get a good night's rest. Muck, you and Blirta, you both can discount one of those levels of exhaustion. Blirta, you're still on 1. You all take a long rest and wake in the morning to knocking on each of your doors.
I think I'm just like half of this. I'm just like I just end up nuzzling
yeah.
into Muck slightly. It's like,
Yeah, Muck and Blirta, you're spooning.
Yeah.
Muck notices and just like spoons again. Is the banging just on our door?
No, all 3 doors. It's like someone is like knocking on one door, knocking on the next, knocking on the third, knocking on the first one again. Like going around a little circle.
Okay, then I get annoyed and open the door.
Okay. It's Aza standing there, like, alright. So my dad wasn't kidding. The captain's downstairs, wants to talk to you. And I think my dad wants you out of here, so might want to pack up.
Cool, thanks.
My brother's making you some breakfast for the road, though, don't worry.
Oh, cool, thanks.
Winks at you.
Winks, like, really aggressively.
As it goes back to knocking on Em and Nimbo's doors.
Nimbo probably opens, relatively soon. Just kind of in that kind of like slightly floaty, blissed out vibe, like.
Yeah,
Morning!
you're faced immediately with the shit-eating grin of your girlfriend's younger sibling.
Hi.
Morning. Did you have a good time last night? I don't want to hear any details.
Yes. Lovely.
Good. Well, your friends were idiots, so you're getting kicked out, but the captain's downstairs.
Ooh, does he want to speak to all of us?
She and yes.
Sorry. Okay. I'll get the others up.
Cool.
So so a bit of the edge of the like a little bit of the kind of relaxed vibe that he's got has been put on a little bit of edge, but he's still vibing.
You getting up, ready to go?
Yeah, confused as to why I'm in any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong.
Of course not. You all head downstairs to see the mayor in an what should really clash emerald green outfit against this red tiefling skin, pacing up and down as a very tired looking quarter orc, part elven woman in full armor sits at one of the tables, like, with a mug of coffee, just, like, slowly drinking from it.
Put my badge on, give it a bit of a polish.
I'm not
like,
like, that captain.
Good morning. I assume you're the new press guards that the mayor was telling me about.
At your service, Mom?
Lara's fine. Have a seat. Have a seat. The mayor, as Captain Lara says her first name, just looks angry again. You get the impression this guy's got anger management problems. She, as you sit down, pours out coffee for each of you, gets one of the children to bring some more mugs over. Mayor just
Which
keeps
one?
looking more... Horn. Julep's also here. Horn just wants to bake. Julep is also here. You can see her, like, moving around, tidying things up. The captain looks at each of you. Right. Oh, first things first, I didn't get any reports of people sending me new guards, so I assume Siren's not your final destination,
That would be correct.
and you're headed where exactly?
Initially to the Citadel.
Good to know. That means you're not ultimately my problem, and I can foist you off onto Captain's signal. More importantly, acknowledges the mayor, this means you're gonna get out of Mayor Karosk's hair. Horns. He's told me you caused a bit of a disturbance here last night. Would you like to tell me what that was all about?
I mean, I don't. We did get a bit enamored with the atmosphere, but we cleaned up after ourselves.
Yep.
The man just seems to have a problem with dancing. It's like
Yeah.
Footloose.
I think he discriminated against me.
Make a persuasion check, Muck. At advantage, because Blirta and Em do seem to be on your side in this.
And also, this woman's part orc as well.
Yeah. Ooh, 17.
17, okay. She doesn't seem too surprised by this statement.
She knows.
Right. Well, apart from the glasses that fell when I assume you, looks at you, Muck, might have knocked into one of the staff. Doesn't seem to have been
accident.
Accidentally, definitely. And Azza's like nodding behind you. You can't see it, but like some of you might catch that. Seems to be backing you up as well.
And as we did make sure the staff were cleaned up from that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're very grateful. You pay for those glasses. You settle your tab. And next time you're in town, you maybe leave the mayor alone, and it's his establishment. If he says no dancing, then, you gotta respect that.
Muck grunts.
That sounds quite reasonable, although I think perhaps that he could do with addressing his inner anger issues, because he clearly is quite a frustrated man.
Maybe an apology to the mayor as well, for the distress you've caused him and his children. You hear a snort from the bar. One of the children clearly disagrees.
Blush.
Yeah, it was definitely Julep.
Like, I turned to the kids. I was like, I am truly profoundly sorry for anything that we have done to upset you or something. Then I turned to the mayor, just like, I'm sorry if you feel upset.
The mayor seems to take this, doesn't seem to get the double meaning. Azza says, and I also apologize for anything I may have done. Just, there might have been It's all good. Don't worry about it, Captain. It's all good.
What?
we're just all apologizing for broadly, just generally. No particular reasons at all. I say, making eye contact with that sibling.
All right.
Are we on our way then? Are we being forced to leave? Is that?
You're not being forced to leave, but I assume that you have business you need to be doing in the Citadel, and the mayor is within his right to refuse custom, and I think he would prefer you left.
Also, you know, we are on a mission from the gods, so.
And you're on a mission from the gods. There we go. Yeah, time you were getting on probably. But I don't see any reason, and she doesn't quite glare at the mayor at this point, but sort of, that you wouldn't be allowed back in this establishment should you return to town. Right, Mayor? If they pay the damages. As long as they don't cause any more disruptions.
I was like, how much is the damage to the glasses?
So in total, you do still owe them for last night's drinks as well.
Yeah.
I think you had already paid for the rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So including last night's drinks and pretzels, that is going to be, where is my list? There's too many lists. That is going to be a total of 5 gold.
Oh,
Cool.
cover this one.
Ah, cheers.
While this conversation is going on, I'm like, occasionally my eyes will like flick to make eye contact with Julep, and then I'm kind of back on the conversation. So
Every time you do, she winks at you.
the blush just gets like you can almost feel the heat radiating.
The captain has definitely noticed and is ignoring it.
I was like, well, it has been a pleasure staying. I will be sure to give insightful thoughts when I send my review off to the Inn Almanac.
Be sure to mention Malno's music. He's great, isn't he? The captain has now stood up and is sort of slowly like herding you out now that you've paid.
I'm doing like finger guns and winking at the trade guy. Like all the way up.
Horn, the baker of the 3 siblings, like passes you a bag full of pretzels as you leave.
Can I turn, because I haven't said anything to the mayor yet, just do like a deep bow to just say like, please just accept this like gracious apology from us. And then as I come back up, he'll just hear his head prick. And then just turn around and leave.
He jumps as he's like looking around.
Oh, Mayor, I think you might have sat in something.
He's wearing a different outfit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Tempting. Okay, I don't.
We're
do that.
so close to getting away.
As you exit, it's a nice, sunny spring morning. The captain lets out a deep sigh and sort of sinks down under the weight of her own armor. Right. Look, I'm not gonna yell at you or anything, because I was young too, once upon a time. Just, the mayor's a bit of a dick. But you really don't want to end up in the only other bar in town. It's not a place for kids like you.
Oh yeah, we already went there.
No, we wouldn't want to do. No, of course we're good kids.
The best.
We're good.
Looks
we're good
between
kids.
you, Nimbo and Blirta, like. Oh,
But
for
we
fuck's
didn't
sake.
stay very long, to be fair. Like, we saw what kind of place it was, and then we left.
Yeah, all right, that's smart. Just try not to get on his nerves. Like, I gotta keep a good relationship with him, and if the crest guard who show up here get on his nerves, then he stops listening to me, and that kind of endangers everyone else in town, because, you know, I'm kind of responsible for security and stuff, and he's kind of in charge of everything else. We've got elections soon, you know, maybe someone else will take over, but until then, just try to stay on his good side, or off his bad side at least. All right, would make my life a lot
Does he
easier.
have a good side?
No, bitch, you didn't hear that from me.
Oh no, well, I mean, we observe that anyway.
Look, do you kids need any supplies or anything? Because the shops will be opening any second now, but otherwise, Citadel's that way. Points one of the corners of the square where a slightly broader road is leading out of town.
We're really sorry. We'll do better. Nimbo's absolutely like his wave of euphoria of the morning has definitely taken a massive dent after being dressed down by an authority figure
in front of his crush.
Yeah.
See, before we go any further, can I stop us for just a wee second and say
Yes.
a couple of things? First, Mumbles Gamer, can we all give a wee wave? Hi, Mumbles Gamer.
Hi.
First day of ever doing anything with D&D, and they've come to watch us. Hogan.
Nice.
Hogan.
Nice,
has
but
given
also
out,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, apologies. Hogan's also given out 2 gifted subs.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hogan.
So yeah, thank you, folks. I just wanted to take the moment to do that, to just say thank you and welcome in.
Yes, definitely welcome.
Lots of love.
It's not always just drugs and fucking up people's bars. But a lot of the time, for some reason. And now it might be shopping. Do you have any supplies that need buying, or are you heading out?
I was going to buy a small number of like little glass bottles and jars for like collecting samples.
Yeah, there's a general store. Would be easy enough to do that there. Fuck is my list?
Do people have like I know that we've got cleric spells for healing, but do we have any other healing potions? I have 1 potion of healing on me, but
I've got 1 potion left.
I've got 1.
Hold on.
Didn't you use...
Actually, no. Muck does have 1.
Yes.
Muck, you found 1 stuffed into the bottom of your bag that you must have put there at some expedition. This is from Alex redeeming it last stream at the end. So
Thank
Muck
you.
does have 1 potion of healing.
Should we pick up a couple more? Or...
Yeah, that probably sounds like a good idea. Like, we do seem to be getting beaten up a lot, so...
I would say...
Maybe it's because you're on a quest from the gods.
I mean, I thought it was just that old lady, but sure, the gods, whatever.
I might save my money. I'm not into money, but I need to save. We were always taught at school to save a kind of a nest egg for, magical necessities. So, unless something comes along that's really special, I might save.
I mean, is this the kind of place that has magical stuff, or is it literally just like general?
You can, you go to the Siren General store. It's being staffed by a very bored-looking teenager, who's like the classic, like, oh yeah, whatever, like just get out. Let me go back to texting my boyfriend. Except there's no texting. She's got
sending stones, just like
a dreamstone.
She can't afford a sending stone.
Yeah, dreamstones.
Absolutely not. You can see, so this is mostly like general supplies, but she does have some potions of healing, and she has spell scrolls. But beyond that, there's no other like magic items.
What spell scrolls?
Yeah, what have they got spell scrolls wise?
They've got mostly they've got some cantrip ones, which you can only use once, so less useful, but they've got acid splash, mending, mold earth, and poison spray. She's also got spell scrolls of find steed, fly, and gentle repose, which I think are all too high level for you at the moment.
How much are these spell scrolls? The cantrip
It depends on which one. The cantrips, 24 to 26 gold.
Could I get a mending, please? Wait, none of us can cast it, right?
I cannot currently cast it. I think
it's on the wizard spell list, but M doesn't have it right now, I think.
Can M learn it from the scroll?
Not cantrips. You cannot learn cantrips from scrolls.
Okay.
So it's just a use one.
But it would be handy in case we need to mend something.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much?
You
is
can.
It? Like...
That one's 26 gold.
Oof.
I can buy that.
Potions of healing, Blirta, for the bottles you'll be down like a couple of silver.
Okay.
Not very expensive, very standard stuff. Potions of healing, she's got 60 gold.
Hmm.
She has potions of one potion of greater healing as well. That one's 180.
Probably a little rich for us right now. Is there anything else that we might want to do on the way? There was something else I thought of later, but then I forgot to say in the chat. So don't remember what it was.
You do know it's approximately like you can get to the Citadel by like late afternoon if you leave now. So that place is bigger, so there will be more stores there if you wanted.
Yeah, I think
more
probably leave it in
supplies.
that case.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So was anyone buying a potion of healing?
No.
I have one. I don't need one.
I think as long as we've all got one.
Famous last words.
Or we can just suck up to chat and get them to give us more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, you're awesome. We love you.
Yeah, there will be points at which DM rules that you're not just finding potions of healing left, right, and center. Just so you know, as much as the chat rules, unless the chat starts giving your DM some advantage on rolls, not gonna happen. Okay.
We've still got some goblins coming at some point.
Yeah, the chat said that there's no goblins.
Yes, keep stacking those goblins. I've got plans. You leave town and begin traveling towards the Citadel. You're now properly up on the cliffs. You're going a little bit higher still. But you can see it in the distance. And whereas before you were traveling over essentially dirt paths, the road now is paved. And it's old pavers, there's stones missing in places, but it's a little bit more comfortable traveling. And you do occasionally pass people coming towards Siren from the Citadel. Could someone please roll me a d6?
Also, can I just say for the record that I am periodically giving my snail random leaves to eat?
Sure. Yes.
Nice.
It's still black. It's still monochrome.
Okay.
It's a very stylish snail.
It's beautiful. Anish Kapoor would love it.
4.
A 4. Okay. Can you roll a d8 for me now, please?
I can indeed. 3.
3. Okay. In that case,
More Hurox.
You're probably halfway there when you, Nimbo, Em, and Blirta, you notice, something in the air shifts.
I'm just like, Phil Collins.
Phil Collins descends from the skies.
Oh my god, is this melded?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you get transported to Melded. You have to be in the
Kill
Battle of the Bands
Collins.
now. He does try to kill you, actually. No, you enter this just next stretch of path, and everything starts to feel slightly strange. There's something, the magic that you would normally feel inside of you, it's like something's tugging on it, and you're not entirely sure what that is. Muck, you don't notice anything.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
which is still at a disadvantage because of my.
Yep, you're still on 1 level of exhaustion.
That is 9.
Yeah, you've never felt anything like this before. You're not entirely sure what's going on.
Okay, this is kind of weird, to be honest.
Is it tugging in a particular direction?
No, just tugging. You continue forward, wondering what this feeling is, when suddenly you spot up ahead a log in the middle of the road. Looks like a tree's been blown over by a storm.
Seeing a tree that's been blown over by a storm it brings back fond memories for Nimbo, but like now he's still pretty uneasy because of this tugging sensation.
Is this... You go.
I was gonna say, can I have a look around to see like if there's any other damaged trees or if there's any disturbed earth or anything like that?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation or a perception check.
That's definitely going to be perception. I'm going to use my science dice. Oh, thank you. That's going to be an 11.
11. You're looking around. How close are you getting to the log itself, or are you just like scanning the area?
How far? How far were we when we noticed it?
Like 40 feet away, probably.
Yeah, I'll probably stay that distance, and I'll like shimmy left and right to like try and like see off the road, and like yeah, I'll keep my distance.
Okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything in particular, except that this tree got knocked down by a storm, but there hasn't been a storm recently. There's no other storm damage that you can see, and you've passed people coming this way already.
Is it uprooted? So like the underneath is, or is it like split?
You're gonna have to get closer if you want to.
I will get closer.
Okay, Blirta, as you come
this
closer.
Smells like an ambush.
And as Blirta starts going towards the trees, several bandits pop up from behind it, weapons at the ready, as they yell out, "Your money or your life."
Really, you're gonna do this? Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Are you gearing up to attack?
Okay, I literally fire an Eldritch Blast at the log using the pushback feature, so it pushes the log onto them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack on the log, while everyone else please rolls initiative.
Okay, so that is 17.
17, that definitely hits.
Yep. Should I roll damage on the log, I guess?
Yes, you do need to roll damage on the log.
14 damage on the log, and it is pushed back, I believe. Is it 5 foot or is it 10 foot?
I believe it's 10 feet.
Yeah. So I like aim it towards the top of it, so it like rolls it, like.
Okay. 1 second. Yeah, it splinters. It's a bit. It's not like a very solid bit of wood, but it does knock. It's gonna knock some of the bandits prone. I will roll for them in a second. First, let me sort out these initiatives. Okay, what did everyone get? I see Muck's got a 7.
It's a big 7 from me too.
Okay. I believe Muck will go first over Nimbo. 4 for Blirta and M.
14.
14. Okay.
At least someone got into double digits.
Well, I rolled a 7. It was just like huge
alright.
initiative modifier, but otherwise it was going to be single.
Is that your anxiety
Okay.
coming into play?
Yep.
2 of the bandits get knocked prone by the log. The other one manages to dodge out of the way and remain standing. All right, if everyone wants to have a look at the battle map. All right. You are all on the road. One moment. I'm moving you to the right map. There we go. Welcome to the map. You've seen this one before. The first thing that happens, Blirta, as you let loose this Eldritch Blast, knocking the 2 bottom bandits prone, is you watch as 2 arrows come flying out towards you, Blirta. From an archer who is hidden up in a tree. That is going to be an 18 to hit, and a 14 to hit.
Those both hit.
Okay. In total, as these 2 arrows thud into you, you take 12 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Okay, Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. In that case, can you roll a D100 for me, please?
Ooh.
Blirta, what have you done?
Right. Let's say one for that bit confused. 66.
66. Okay. As you do this, the 3 bandits in front of you, as your Hellish Rebuke sets off, lightning strikes down towards all 3 of the bandits in front of you. They're gonna take a bunch of lightning damage. You are in a wild magic zone. You realize this tugging sensation that you were feeling on your magic is being manifested in the world around you.
Does
They...
the
Holy shit!
Are they just gone?
4d10 lightning damage. I rolled 2 10s, a 9 and a 7.
yeah.
Oh, they dead!
That is more than triple their hit points.
Oh my god.
Blirta, the archer did make the dex save, but go ahead and roll your Hellish Rebuke damage. As all 3 of the bandits in front of you
17.
get struck down by lightning.
Fuck
17
you,
half.
bitches! I'm a god!
The archer, seeing this, we'll see what the archer does, because they've just had their turn. It's now M's turn.
Oh, good lord.
Right, where is this archer?
The archer is up in a tree.
Far top left.
Far
have to
top
zoom
left.
back
Yeah,
out
it's
again.
not currently on the map.
Yeah, zoom
They're
back.
about 90. They're 95 feet away from you, up in a tree.
Right, okay. I'm gonna fire a firebolt then.
What's the range on firebolt?
120.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll your attack. It's a cantrip, right?
Yep.
All right.
That's gonna be an 11 to hit.
11. 11 will miss, I'm afraid.
Can I don't know if I can do this with my chronology magic to just like fix my own things. Can I do that? Or is it just others?
Let me double check your character sheet. I don't
Nimbo is
know.
very impressed by this random
Yeah,
act of lightning.
Nimbo, to you, Nimbo, apart from Blirta feeling this like tugging sensation on her magic, to you, Nimbo, it looks like divine intervention.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Just as a
your-
creature you can see. If I can see myself, does that count?
Yeah, generally rules as
It
written.
says as a reaction after you or a creature you can see. So yes.
Oh, I can after you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Mhm.
Then. So that's gonna be a 14 this time.
And that's also gonna miss.
Oh, what a waste.
Yeah. It hits. You think it hits the archer. It's a bit hard to tell this distance, but the flames just seem to wash over their armor without doing any damage.
Okay, I am gonna use my feline agility to move 60 feet towards them.
Go for it.
So I'll start doing that if you're moving on, just like.
Yep. In that case, Muck, it's your turn next.
I'm just gonna move 30 feet and chill, probably.
You can use your
I know I
action
can
to dash,
right? But then I'll
Yeah.
just be dashed next to her and not doing anything.
True.
You can dodge, which gives disadvantage on
You
attacks against you.
You can do that.
Can you dodge towards someone?
Yeah, you know, you kind of running towards them
You
like
can
that.
use your action to dodge. You wouldn't also be able to use your action to dash.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll move
You do have
30
action
feet and
surge,
dodge.
though, I think.
Yeah, but it feels like this one's going down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna run. Oh god, how far is 30 feet? I'm going to go 30 feet closer and dodge for my action.
30 feet's about where Blirta is, so.
Oh, fucking hell, alright, yeah, I'll go the 60. I will dash.
Alright, in that case, Nimbo, what are you doing?
Okay. I am going to also move. I'm gonna move. Where was it? I was there. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna move up to here. And as I pass Blirta, I'm gonna give her a tap on the shoulder, be like, "You're right," and cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Nice.
Roll D100 for me, please.
Oh, that was not the best roll.
Don't explode me, please.
That's gonna be is either good or bad. An 89.
An 89. Nimbo, as you speak to Blirta, you turn invisible. You are invisible for the next minute.
Sometimes this just happens.
And actually, as you cast your spell, and as you're still speaking, your voice just cuts out.
Yep.
You can still speak, but Blirta can't hear you. You do manage to cast your spell, though.
Okay, so you get 6 points of healing.
Oh yeah, double my HP.
And for my bonus action, Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. Okay, that's not gonna trigger a roll.
So for
Blirta,
clarity, so
yes.
I can speak, but no one can hear me.
Oh, actually, you just cast another spell. In which case you become visible again.
Okay.
Yes. You just briefly blinked out of existence and then came back.
Normally I
It's
have
what
more
it looked
control
like.
over this. It's been a weird day.
It's like 10 a.m.
It's been a weird day already, though.
Blirta, your turn.
Eldritch Blast.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
25 to hit.
That hits.
And a nice 12 damage.
12 damage. Awesome. Okay, anything
And
else?
then I'm going to... Did the log get blown up? Or is the log still...
The log's like kind of there. It's not... It's like in pieces.
Is there any big enough pieces that I could kind of crouch behind for cover?
No.
Okay, and are those plants enough that I could use for cover?
No, because this is just the map that I already had made. You can hide behind Nimbo. That would give you a +2 to AC.
I'll do that.
Yeah, from where the archer currently is, she doesn't have a clear line of sight to you because Nimbo is a little bit bigger than you. Okay, it brings us back to the archer. Archer's gonna lose one arrow first at Muck, which is a nat 19 for 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And she's gonna use her Archer's Eye to add damage to that. So you take 15 points of piercing damage as this first arrow strikes you.
What do you mean the
she's gonna-
first arrow?
She gets 2 attacks.
Oh, I hate her.
She's gonna try again. Another nat 19. I love this dice. And she's
Reaction
gonna.
to bring it back again if I
Okay. Yep. We'll reroll. No, that will then miss in that case. The second arrow again, Muck. You see this arrow coming towards you, and you feel it embedding itself in your flesh, and then in that moment you see it in front of you again, and you bring your shield up just in time. The archer is then going to jump out of the tree, making an acrobatics check to try to land on her feet. She's fine, and she is going to run away.
Why did she shoot me then?
Because you're closest to her. She doesn't want you to follow.
I hate her. I'm gonna find her.
Well, it is Em's turn first. You can still see her. I've just moved her to that corner of the map. She is another 30 feet beyond that. Sorry, another 20 feet beyond that.
I'm gonna just launch a firebolt again. I'm not going for a level spell, but just there.
Nope, go for it.
That's a 1.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. You're worried about these strange magic things that seem to have happened to Nimbo and Blirta, and you're a little bit anxious about casting the spell, and so you're not really focused on where it's going as you let it fly. Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am at that point.
Cool. Muck, you gonna chase
Alright.
her?
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I should have done last. Well, I couldn't actually because I was still too far away. But yeah, I'm gonna move like 55 feet with my dodge, with my dash. Sorry.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you managed to catch up to her.
And then I'm gonna action surge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna heal with the big sword.
All right, go for it.
Okay. So that is 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and
Roll your damage.
2d6 plus 3 gives me 7. 7 slashing damage.
All right. Yeah, you carve into her. She's turned around, hearing you coming up behind her. You can see it's this scarred-looking human, who's actually probably not that much older than you.
Muck blushes.
Oh my god, you people! To your rooms! Alright, but that was action. You still have a bonus action if you want to take it.
No, I dashed, right? And then
That's your action dashed,
yeah.
action surged, attacked, bonus action.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll use my second wind to regain some health. 1d10 plus 3.
All
the
right.
d10 is a 6 plus 3. That's 9 health I'll regain.
Nice. Okay, in that case, Nimbo, we come back to you.
Okie dokie. I am going to. Can I get within 60 feet of them? Would I have to move?
Yes. Hold on, can you? You can get to there. Yeah, just. If you
Sweet.
move to, about there.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Frostbite. So that's a con save, please.
Constitution save. That is a 21.
Oh, that pass. Fine. Then
she just shakes the frost off as she seems to be struggling with the blade that Muck has, like, carved into her.
Sure. That's my turn then. Don't
right.
have any fun bonus actions for now. Blirta, are you at full health?
No.
How far are you from full health?
6 points.
Oh, I'll chuck a healing word at it.
Roll a d100. You just want to roll on the wild magic table, don't you?
No, I'm being a good cleric.
Okay.
93.
93. As you're casting the spell, you feel yourself getting even bigger than you were before.
Hey guys,
As
why are you all getting so
you-
small?
you go from 7 feet to 14, and frankly, it's a bit much even for you.
Whoa, this is crazy.
But you do heal Blirta some more.
That's gonna be another 3 + 3, 6 points of healing.
Oh yeah, max health.
The archer has shouldered the bow, taken out a short sword, is gonna try to attack Muck, who has come up to her. For a dirty 20 and a 21 to hit. That is going to be, just gonna add her archer's eye to it again, which is a total of 16 points of slashing damage, as she starts hacking away at you, Muck.
Ah! I don't like that. That's a bit crazy.
You did chase her.
Yeah, but it's not my fault. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do.
No, she did ambush you first.
There's nothing I can do. I have no reaction, apparently.
Okay. Em, back to you.
Watching this
Is it my
unfold.
Oh, sorry, did I skip you?
Yes.
Sorry, yeah, no, you were
Yeah.
before the archer even.
Because I'm
Sorry,
so...
yes. Blirta.
Okay, I'm going to use Hogan's advantage to fire another Eldritch Blast. I'm going to actually come forward behind Giant Nimbo.
Big Nimbo, yeah.
I'm going to,
I mean,
fire between
you can
his
roll
legs.
normally first.
Because it's
You don't have to... You don't have to declare advantage, you just...
Okay.
You've told me you want to use it, so I'm not going to tell you if it hits immediately. You can
Okay,
decide.
so that'll be 19 anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just going to stand behind Nimbo and like fire it between his legs, so it's like a crotch beam.
They're really big legs.
Thick.
So yeah,
Sturdy.
19 hits, I assume.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally did NA. I typed in incorrect information. Sorry,
7
how
points
much
of
damage?
7.
7 points of damage.
Oh, and I'm going to throw on top of that fiery thing I can do. That's
Okay.
an extra 2 points, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, she's still up. She's pretty tough.
Because I'm doing this, I'm going to shout, "Eat dick, you!"
Oh,
right. Okay, now we come to Em.
Watching Muck get hacked away at, I'm just gonna unleash Chromatic Orb.
All right, roll D100 first,
D100
please.
as well. Okay, that's gonna be 96.
96. Okay. You, Nimbo, and Blirta all feel some tingling sensation across your skin. You are all vulnerable to piercing damage for the next minute.
Oh no.
That's like the worst thing for this.
I'm a big, giant target that's vulnerable to piercing
Yes, you
damage.
are. Fighting an archer.
Uh,
All right, now go ahead and cast your chromatic orb.
So that is gonna be that's. Right. So that's gonna be 15.
15 just misses.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that's me then.
So your turn was
Sorry.
to make us all vulnerable to arrows.
Yep, that was my turn.
thank you.
We're just rehashing the search for the Mirror campaign at this point. Muck,
Yes.
your turn.
Big swords? Big swords.
Big sword, probably smart. Big sword.
Ah! Natural 20 + 5, so I'm quitting, baby. I'm
Yep,
quitting.
go for it.
Oh, and that's with your.
And you get your brutal critical as a half orc.
23 damage.
Shit. She goes from looking meh to Definitely, she's taken a beating at this point. She's bleeding from cuts like all across her arms and her torso, big slash across her face. I believe when you crit, you get to make a second attack.
Yeah, I'm going again.
Was that including the orc damage as well?
Ooh, I get orc.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, the brutal critical, right?
What
sorry,
did you
savage.
roll?
I rolled 23.
No. Okay,
was-
so
In
you
the
get
game
to
log, it
roll
says 3d6.
another. You get. So you normally get 2d6. You get 5d6 when you crit because you're a half orc. So roll
Let me
another
just-
d6 of damage.
Let me just plus another. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought I better check that.
Thanks, guys. It's a 6.
Hey, yeah, she's still up.
Oh.
She's a tough lady. Go ahead and roll your second attack.
Okay.
29 damage with one hit.
That's 15 to hit.
Just misses. She manages to catch your sword on her arm on like an extra padded bit of her studded leather. And like your sword glances off one of the studs. It looks like it's still like jolted her arm, but it doesn't do any damage.
Okay, guys, please kill her for me.
Nimbo.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
How far am I from this archer?
You're 60 feet away.
Okay. I'll go 30 feet closer.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, where have I gone? Oh no.
I've moved you.
Okay.
It's fine.
Uh,
My map's not big enough for this. It's all good.
and I'm gonna chuck another frostbite.
Okay,
Chuck another
that's a con
save,
save,
please.
right?
Yeah.
Natural 1.
Sweet. So that's disadvantage on her next attack, and she takes 3 cold damage.
Okay, she's still up.
How
anything else?
how's Muck looking?
Rough.
Ooh. I
Uh,
have 6 hit points left.
second level healing word.
D100!
31.
31.
I heal 30. Oh no, that's the D100.
Nimbo,
No.
you once again vanish. And find
Cool.
yourself floating in the astral plane.
Oh fuck.
In the distance, you see an eldritch being and 20?
Nimbo learns a lot.
Techniques to use if he ever meets Julep again.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So does the spell go off or
Um,
not?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I mean, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Uh,
But it goes off in the astral plane.
Okay, so that I guess boom slang just feels extra good. He gets a little kind of, oh, that feels good. Ah, it's probably nothing, babe. Yeah.
Return.
That's my turn.
Blirta,
Blirta.
please kill her. Please, please, I'm gonna die.
Okie dokie, especially as the cleric's in the astral sea right now. It's just
You don't know where the cleric's gone. Nimbo's just snapped out of existence.
the
again.
cleric's not here. Is the point?
I've gone invisible twice in the past
Yeah.
like 10 seconds.
So it's just-
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna gamble here. Hex,
Okay.
and I'm going to choose disadvantage on what's chromatic orb.
whatever
Hex
I
gives
choose.
disadvantage on ability checks, not saving
Oh,
throws.
I always forget that. Yeah. So okay,
Also chromatic orb to attack.
yes. Okay, in that
And
case, well,
attacking.
let's just say intelligence for the sake of our.
Cool.
Let her make bad life choices. Okay, do I have to
I
roll
think-
a d100 for a start?
Yes, because you're casting Hex.
98.
Why are you guys rolling so high? It makes me have to scroll. Blirta, you are surrounded by faint ethereal music for the next minute.
Okay. I have a theme tune now.
Sail away, sail
It's-
away.
It's the saxophone solo from Carol's Whisper, and we all know it.
Yeah.
It's already played tonight, like on our follow thing.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
that is 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay, so let's rack up this damage. So initially that is 10 damage from the blast, plus 3 damage from the hex.
How would you
Plus-
like to do this?
I think I just blow her head off. Like there's just a hole where.
Okay.
A smoldering wreck.
Yeah,
my girl.
she collapses. Her head is it's not clean gone, but there's definitely there's a hole in it.
Yeah.
Like a gunshot wound essentially.
Yeah.
Muck, you're standing there looking down at this body of this woman. 6 seconds later, Nimbo, you blink back into the prime material. Having seen some weird shit.
Is that what drugs is like?
So I just walk up to Mark and be like, "Got you, bestie."
Yeah,
Thanks,
Muck,
babe.
Blirta is surrounded by music. Nimbo is even larger than before. Though after a minute, both of these effects fade, as does your vulnerability to piercing damage.
Wow, good one, guys.
We are out of combat.
Okay.
I saw some shit. You know, right? You know when I was huge and I was running towards you, Mark, and I was reaching out, and I was gonna try and, heal you. In fact, you want some healing now?
Yes, please.
And I don't know what you saw when you were on drugs, but I was in this huge, starry, glittery void, and there was a spectral snake guy in a leather jacket, and there was this thing that I can't describe. I honestly, and the things they were doing, is that what drugs are like? Because I mean, I'm not sure whether I loved it or hated it.
Well, Nimbo, the only stuff we saw was stuff that we really wanted to see, so I don't know. Maybe we've been in that camp for a little too
If that's
long.
what floats the
Wow.
boat, who are we to judge?
Yeah.
Is this what they call? Is this what they call an awakening?
I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
But
Nimbo,
I'd like to hit.
are you casting a healing spell?
Shall we wait until this tugging sensation
Yes.
passes?
Yeah, I'll just take a healing potion.
I feel we've all had a good tug. We should move on.
I think no. First of all, we should loot these guys.
Good point.
Like,
Okay,
Buck,
I'll guide you. I'll backseat loot. So I'm going to cast guidance on you, Blirta.
Okay.
um,
You don't need to roll any checks to loot them though.
okay,
It's
I
easy
think
enough.
Muck,
They're all dead.
how about you take this bow, Muck, and then that way you don't have to run up to people if this happens again.
Cool. Can I carry that?
Yeah, you can take. There's a longbow, a quiver with arrows.
Longbow. Quiver.
Each of the bandits had. Let me double check. Oh, also the archer had a short sword as well that you can take. Studded leather armor. The 3 other bandits had. Loading. Just normal leather armor. Light crossbows and scimitars. If you want to take any of this stuff, please just make a note of it for yourself, add it to your character sheet.
Could I take this?
Well,
You
we
also-
don't want to leave these weapons lying around on the road. We probably should take all the weapons.
I mean, we can always sell them later.
Alright, you get 3 scimitars. Someone write this down. I'm not repeating this later.
Shall I? I'll
3
take it down for the sake of argument, as I've got the document.
3 scimitars.
Yep.
3 light crossbows. 1 longbow. A quiver with about 12 arrows. A short sword. 3 sets of leather armor, 1 set of studded leather armor, and 13 gold coins.
Wow, they really did need the money.
Yeah.
Okay, so divvying that up, that's 3 gold coins each, and I'm going to take the last one because I got the kills. So
You got all the kills for that.
yeah.
That is true.
Once we're out of the wild magic zone, once I can no longer feel the tugging sensation, I will cast I'll cast a first level cure wounds on Muck.
All right, you'll need to keep traveling. So you're like an hour away from the Citadel by the time that you stop feeling this sensation.
Were you taking the longbow and the arrows, Muck?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'll take those off my list, and you can add them to yours.
I've had it.
And I'm going to take the studded leather because that'll up my armor.
Go for it.
And Muck takes 6 points of healing.
Thank you.
You've made it now to the Citadel. A big ringed compound, or a city. Not as big as Lishold, but walled off, at least in part, on the sides that aren't on the cliffs. It's very much functional rather than some more of the like aesthetically pleasing types of defenses that Lishold has. And there are like farm buildings and things like running up to the city wall itself. You make your way along the road until you get to the edge of town. And you can see up ahead where the actual Citadel itself sits, on a bit of higher ground in the center of the city. This big stone building with big towers, very well fortified. This is the place that the most dangerous magic items are kept. A place where secret knowledge, dangerous prisoners, all sorts of things that you shouldn't know about and don't. But you know the rumors. It's not a particularly nice place. And as you enter the town, begin to make your way towards this fortress, you come up to the guards at the gate dressed in the livery of the royal family. And that is where we're going to pick up next week.
Ooh.
Now, next week, we are not going to be streaming live. We're not going to be recording this live because it is my birthday, and I love you all, but I'm not spending my birthday DMing for this lot. Holy fuck, no. So we will be pre-recording it, and Sam, it will go out to stream.
Yes,
this time
I will sit and like chat with you for 4 hours.
Yes, yeah. So Sam, that's Sam's gift to me, possibly. I don't know, probably. So you will get some chat interaction, but we're not going to be interacting with you verbally in the chat. The goblin stack. Sam, will you keep track of people want to claim goblins and things? Perfect. Yeah, so that we will be live next week. We're just not going to actually physically be here on camera, but yeah, beyond that, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has been a very silly
moment of the week.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
MVP.
Yep. MVP. Players, please, who do you think should be MVP this week?
I was a big fan of M's whole disguised as the gangster cat, kind of mad dog in the mayor. I like that.
I did also like Blirta letting loose and then killing 4 people. That's a powerful storyline.
Right. We've got 2 votes for M in the chat as well. Alex, Sam, your opinions?
Well, I really enjoyed the tiefling interactions. Like I just thought it was really funny.
Nimbo got laid. How could we forget?
I mean, my understanding was we can't give him that because, or did you not use the thing?
No, that was
I still have
that
one.
that was a wish, technically.
Yeah, a wish upon a star.
That was a legit like level 9 wish.
Maybe. The cleric of the party used some god-given gifts to hook up with a hot tiefling. Maybe. I will neither confirm nor deny.
I'm happy to go with chat if you guys are.
Just the two.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've
we got a
had
new
3
follower
votes
as
for
well.
M. Oh, hello, welcome. We're just wrapping up, but this will be available for you to watch. Alright, so M gets MVP. I'll make a note of that. And in that case, remember, if you donate to our fundraiser for lymphoma... I'm blanking on the name.
Lymphoma Action UK, which...
Lymphoma Action UK, thank you, Sam. Send proof that you've donated at least £5 to the Science and Sorcery Twitter at SciAndSorcery, and you will be entered into our giveaway to win a fantastic Science and Sorcery t-shirt. Beyond that, I think that's all of our announcements. So see ya next week, but not really. And have a great week, everyone. We'll see.
Love you, everyone.
I'm going to send you on a raid before we all go as well.
Oh,
so...
Sam's sending you on a raid. Don't leave just yet.
Stick around if you need to raid and run, but just go over to this next D&D stream, say hi, follow them, and yeah, we'll see you another time. But yeah, I'm going to set that up now. Is that it? It's now getting ready to go, so I'm going to take us away. Goodbye.
Bye.